All right, what is up? We are live. We are live. We are live. What the fuck is up with my chair? Move, you bastard. Move. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, why is there room on the right side of the screen? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But for now, we're just going to leave these two fine fellows up here, because that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit today. Just a little bit today. Am I truly live? Hello. My thing did a little bit of a different thingy thing today. So let's find out. Where is everybody? Get in here. Hurry, I've got news. Oh, thank God, someone's here. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I just started, so we're going to talk about some things today. These dreams go on when I close my eyes. Isn't that how it goes? I don't know. Hi, guys. Don't be shy. Can I see you in chat? Can I see you with Ronald on here? There you are. Hi, Waste of Space. Good morning. Welcome. It's morning for about another 10 minutes here. It's not quite noon yet. Woo, I slept in a little bit today. I'm not getting up as early as I was, let me tell you. I need to get back to my early morning hours, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, shoot. Are the owls live? Maybe the owls are live. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to anything. Let's see. Probably. Whoops. At least I waited an hour. Yeah, they're live. Looks like. By the way. Hey, Ronnie. Good to see you. Okay. Hold on. I can send it to you right now. Wait, are you on... Let me find you on Instagram. That might be... Could you message me on Instagram really quick? Or can you find me on there? If you message me on Instagram, because I have like so many messages, and I think you're kind of back in my messages. I could try to find you. Hold on. And I was going to say, I can message you on Instagram. Absolutely. Okay. Let me try to find it. I'm trying to find your name on Instagram even. I'm not sure what your Instagram name is. I don't think it's... Okay, okay, perfect. I'm looking right now. Where the hell's the little... There we go. Oh. That is so weird, because I know that have messages. What the fuck? Oh, that is you. Okay, I think I found you here. It says no account found. What the... That is so weird. And then I want to make sure that it's really you. I'm Spicy Gang Stars with a chili pepper. I'm like, hold on, let me see if I can find maybe your... Fuck, I don't want to be in this part. It won't let me out of here. Hey, Brandon. I hate doing this on my computer. It's just... Okay. I'm not... Okay, maybe this will work. What the... Oh, this is annoying. Why is it doing this? I don't like doing it on my computer at all. Oh, it's Spicy Gang Stars. With the picture of the chili pepper. I think this is you. Hold on, hold on. Okay, is this you that says... Oh, God, I don't know. I don't want to say. Do you have a private account? Is your account private? Let's get to that. Because I think I found you. I think it's private. You have like 4,000 followers. Is that you? Is that your correct account on Instagram? If it is, I'll message you on there. Because I know we had messaged each other on Instagram before, and when I go to search under your name, it's not coming up. But, oh, yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, perfect, girl. All right, I'll message you back right now. Okay, that was you. I was looking at the right one. Why weren't our messages coming up? Annoying. Okay, I'm writing you right now, girl. Thank you so much. Oh, stupid. That's not what I meant to, hold on. This is so hard. I'm just gonna have to write it out like this, I guess, because when I press enter, it just sends it. Okay. There you go. Now you got it. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. The struggle. The struggle is real. I thought social media was supposed to make things easier, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Great to see you. Oh, I hope you're doing well today. I had some weird dreams last night. Oh, thank you, hon. Love you, girl. Thank you so much. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Dang, now I want some tea. Hey, Pivix, great to see you. How are you doing today? Dude, I know probably nobody cares and nobody was really watching, but did anybody see Bloggers Live last night? That's what I need. I need Vince. You guys know what was so weird? Yesterday after we were talking about Vince Neil, I was listening to Vince Neil Butcher Kickstart My Heart, and it's like one of my favorite renditions. Vince Neil went live yesterday from Instagram, and I got to see his beautiful face. I got to see Vince's little chubby, precious face. I was so happy. I was just so happy. I got to see his face right in the camera. Him and I think it's his wife, were at beautiful woman. Is it I don't even want to try to guess her name but I know she was on tour with Motley Crue on this last tour they went on. So I guess I take it they're married. Either way, doesn't matter. Lovely couple, lovely woman. I really like her. I really, really like the lady that Vince is with now, because she just seems like so caring, and just, she has a mom vibe about her. She's just like a caring, you could tell she's a caring person, and I love how she goes live. It's always such a treat. They did a live around Christmas last year, I believe, and they were on tour, and we got to see a special sneak peek of kind of like the backstage of them performing on stage, but from kind of a backstage or side stage view angle, from the VIP angle. So that was pretty neat. That was quite a treat for Christmas last year. And then they went live and they were at the Miami Dolphins, I think, game or something yesterday. So that was quite a treat too. So God bless you, Vince Neil, and your wife. And I really need to figure out what her name is. She's a lovely lady, and get that straight. Excuse me, I'm drinking the Mountain Dew Voltage to get me all fired up for this crazy live stream. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Bro, these cats be making all kinds of weird noises. Sorry. Oh, Lord. Anyways, it was bad, you guys. Blogger's stream was really bad. Of course, he finally took it down. Well, good for him. I don't know what he's trying to do. I really don't. I shouldn't care. But a part of me does care because, frankly, it's painful for me to watch anybody self-destruct in that way. And now we went through it with Aaron. We saw Aaron self-destructing like that. It was horrible, but not even anywhere close to the way that Blogger's been. So yeah, it's been really bad. I don't know. I don't know if anybody saw that last night, but he went live. He didn't say much. It was really weird. He seemed like he was on crack or something. He was talking about some girl, Shannon is my name or something like that. I've never heard of her before. Hold on, I gotta hawk up a loogie. It makes me ill just thinking about it. Ugh. Nothing makes any sense around here. Why would it? This is bizarro world. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, and can I say one more thing? I'm so sorry, and I'm so sorry I haven't been camming up. And I'm so sorry I've been like, you know what? I realize, I know. I've been neglecting everyone on YouTube, and I feel like a bitch because I got some really nice donations yesterday. I got some lovely support yesterday. And I really appreciate it. And I am going to be camming up on YouTube. I am so sorry. I thought about that yesterday when I logged off, and I thought, what a bitch. What a bitch I am to say that. You know what? YouTube deserves something too. Because you know what? I didn't get these donos on Kick. I got them on YouTube. So you know what? I do. I owe you guys some Christmas streams. I owe you guys to cam up a little bit here and on my main. So we'll do it in both places. I'm gonna be trying to cam up, and it's gonna be a wild, crazy December, that's for sure. You know, Shannon, you thought he fell asleep. He passed out in his own puke. You did, oh my gosh, I clipped it. I have it. And I'm not fucking deleting it. I don't know if I'm going to post it. I may, as a public service announcement. And now, nobody might care about Blogger. I don't know. But he is a human being, I believe. So he may have some goblin DNA in him. But, you know, I believe he's a human being. I was led to believe that. And that's, you know, I may have been fooled again. But that's what I believe. I believe he's a human being. And frankly, it pains me to see somebody doing that. If you want to kill yourself and destroy yourself, Ron, why don't you do it on your own fucking time so that everybody else doesn't have to watch? It's disgusting. It's very upsetting. Where's my fucking lighter, dude? It's very upset. It's extremely upsetting. And this is coming from someone who, for the most part, just doesn't care anymore. But I don't want to watch somebody fucking kill themselves. You know what I mean? I'm not that sick. I'm not that sick, and I don't hate the guy that much. He really didn't do that much wrong to me. Yes, he's a jerk. Yes, he said some stupid, fucked up things. Yes, he lied about me, but come on. It was really like some middle school shit. You know, he did less to me than, you know, Captain Content. He didn't dox me. He didn't, you know... He didn't, like, promise that he was going to take my child to do something and then not. And then, you know, there was just... It's not really comparable. Dang, and I just wanted to say I woke up blogging at the pic, but it wasn't that bad. What? Oh, blogging at the PC. That's funny. Bro, it was bad. I don't know. It's disgusting. To see a grown man, I mean, or a halfway grown man, because I don't know if he's full grown, but to see a little man, a little goblin man like that, doing what he's doing, it was horrible. And then the sounds he was making, oh my God, he gets real girly. He makes some very feminine sounds. That was another thing. At one point, I was like, because I had it sped up while he was passed out. So I was like, does he have a porno on in the background? What were all those sounds? Was that him sighing and and he sounded like a girl, or was there someone else in his place? That was another thing. When he passed out, you could hear all this like banging. It kept like that. You could hear like banging around, and it was like clinking of stuff, like clinking of stuff, it was really weird. And I was like, what is that? Is there somebody else there in his place making noises, just being completely silent, but clinking things around, and while he's just passed out in his own puke? And they're just not even worried. Oh, it's fine, we're not gonna even bother to try to rouse him. He does this all the time. I was just like, what is that? It was so strange. It was so surreal in a bad way, though. I got about a 3-minute clip of it because I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do at this point, but I don't want to see somebody else die. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't want to help things along. I don't want to push him over the edge by posting the clip. But I also don't want to be enabling. I think people need to see this. And I think he needs to see this. That's why I clipped it, really, because my hope is that one day he will see himself. He will sober up. One day while he's sober, he will see how he's portraying himself online. And then, I don't know, maybe then there will be a change. I don't know. He obviously needs help. Whatever he's going through right now, he cannot handle it on his own. He cannot get through the day without some kind of substance. And I understand what that's like, because when you're going through a really stressful time, I smoke weed. I use it medicinally. I need it. Trust, I need it. So I get it. I wish there was something that could be done with his probation where he would at least be allowed to smoke weed, or he needs to go out. You know what? Here's what he needs to do. He needs to get a medicinal marijuana card. He needs to get a prescription for medicinal marijuana. I think that would completely help him. I think that would help him a ton. If he could just sit and smoke weed, because I did the same thing when I was going through the CPS bullshit in LA. I had to do, they were always UAing me and stuff. And I had to do, as I've been very open about, I had to wean myself down big time from weed. I had to bring my THC levels way, way down, uncomfortably low, for me. So they were watching, they were really keeping an eye on my THC. But because of that, that's why I was drinking. That's another reason why I was drinking so heavily when I was going through all of the CPS crap in LA, was because I could. I knew I could get drunk as a skunk that night. And the next day when I went in, I'd piss clean. There wouldn't be alcohol in my system. And guess what? There never was. Not once. Because I was smart about it. Hey, Kiss My Cheeks. Hey, Zero's Nightmare and Horror Cow. Great to see you. Are the owls still alive? Or did they just end? I realized I went, whoa, we got everyone. Oh, are they doing a raid on me? Hey. Hi, owls. Love you. Thank you. Oh, nice. Thank you. Good to see you guys. Well, don't be strangers. Come over some other time when they're not live, too. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thanks for coming to visit. Hopefully you'll come to visit other times too when I'm live. Come on over. It gets a little interesting over here sometimes. But I know you guys are flying back to the nest now. And that's okay. Crispy Mantis, what a name. Welcome. That's an interesting one. I've never seen you before, but I like your name. Thank you, Horror Cow. Great to see you. God bless you all. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy holidays, everyone. God bless the owls. I love you guys. Thanks for stopping by, and please subscribe and don't be a stranger. Come by in the future and hang out a little bit. I'd love to see you guys over here a bit, or as much as you want. Party with me when I'm partying. I'm not really partying right now though. Thank you so much, Timekeeper. Hey, your lover. Great to see you. We're just talking about Blig Blog crashing out last night hard. I was in the middle of talking about Blogger crashing out. Like literally passing out in his own vomit last night. I feel like I'm the only person that saw that or that even cares anymore, thinks it's an issue. I don't know. I feel like, what kind of world are we living in here? I'm not sure. But for me, that's really sad to see. It's December 12th, you guys. We've literally got 12 days until Christmas Eve. And this young man is over here. Reagan, great to see you, hun. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa, everyone. Happy holidays. Love you all. Thank you. Thanks for coming over here to the secondary channel. I know I need to cam up more on this channel, the main channel, and on Kick. I'm going to be putting in work this holiday season, that's for sure. I watched him for a bit last night, but I didn't see him pass out in his vomit. Yeah, I clipped it. I have that particular part clipped. It was really, I don't know, he was nodding out like on camera again. He was trying to sit up and I don't know if it was like a bed, like a little that mattress thing behind him or what that he had out for blackout or whatever. It kind of, I think it was. And it looked like he was like trying to sit up, but he kept like wanting to like fall back on that and like go to sleep. But then he started like, I don't know. I thought he was like convulsing at first. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But it was that he was gagging because he was about to vomit. And then he ended up kind of like hunching over and vomiting. And it looked like he vomited on the floor. And then he just kind of fell backwards and just passed out. Well, no, actually didn't really, he didn't fall backwards. He kind of fell forward. He kind of just hunched over and passed out for a while. And then it was really strange because the whole time he was passed out, of course, I just had it on like 1.5 like speed. I had it sped up because there was nothing going on. And then I was just thinking, and it was weird too because I'm still subbed to him and I got the notification that he went live. I was on this channel. I was logged into this channel like for a long time. And I was like, oh, it felt weird because I hadn't got any notifications. No one had been live, nothing. So I was like, weird. It just feels so quiet. I was like, oh, that's right. I'm still logged into this channel. I should go over to my other channel. That's when I got the notification. And it was like an hour old or something. And it said he had been live. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And because I clicked on it and it started from the beginning. And I'm like, well, that's weird. So the live's over, but it's still up. He never does that. And I literally said out loud, I was like, huh, I go, what, did he pass out drunk already? And it was like 8 o'clock at night. And he's in the same time zone as me, Pacific time zone. So it was like 8 o'clock at night by the time I'm seeing this. And I had like literally been on like my other account all day. So I hadn't got notifications, like on this account, my secondary. So I hadn't got notifications like all day for anything on YouTube that happened yesterday, because I forgot to like log out of my secondary account and back into my main. And so by the time I saw it, it was not even that late. And it was like, I don't know, I'll be generous. It was maybe 8, 9 o'clock, maybe. Okay, it was like 8 or 9. And this motherfucker had already passed out in his own fucking puke by then. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back and I watch the whole stream, right? Because it's only like an hour or something, a little over an hour long. Hour and 20 minutes or something weird like that. So I go and I watch the stream. And he's acting like he's on crack, talking about this Shannon chick and talking about how he's playing Crystal Castles. By the way, fuck you. Don't fuck with our Crystal Castles, biatch. That's our shit. That's our shit, dude. That's like me and Sheridan's shit. We fucking love Crystal Castles. So, fuck you, by the way. And that's my old school shit. That shit's like That's my real shit. That's like my shit. You want to hear my shit? Oh, hold on. What the fuck? Now I feel like I'm going to have to hock up another loogie and it's going to make me mad. This is my shit that I love. No, I don't want that one. What the fuck is that? This better be it. I don't even care if I get in trouble for playing this, because it's so good. This is my fucking shit. Don't ever touch my fucking crystal castles. That's my crystal castles. I'll smack your hand away. No. Smack the hand. I might get the fork out. Watch out. Dude, this is my shit. Fuck yeah. Fuck, I don't even have the speaker on. I just realized that. Bro, I cannot sit still when I hear this shit. This is like the most fucking epic song. I used to fucking jam out to this shit. Hard body, bitch. When I was fucking like, I would like fucking listen to this shit on the way from LA to Vegas, Vegas to LA, back in the day. Oh yeah, here we go. Dude, my robe's gonna fall off. Dude, this is my shit right here. Sorry, this is the bomb. I look terrible, I told you. I need to wash my hair really bad. I'm grunge, you guys. I am grunge. This shit fucking slaps too. It's fucking And when you're driving on a long road trip and you're just fucking flying down the highway 90 miles an hour, fucking blasting this shit, it's fucking party time. It's motherfucking party time. I know, I heard a bad... Crystal Castles has a dark secret. But I fucking love this shit. Nevertheless, the music was brilliant anyway, so. This was on my Heroin fucking Salon playlist. Heroin Salon. The fucking trendiest fucking gays in LA. And that's how I was this is the shit right here. You just can't like not dance to this. It's like dance party. But yeah, this song reminds me a lot of Ryan from Watford, my ex. Speaking of heroin. But I literally went to a salon called Heroin Salon. That's where I saw Tommy Lee from Motley Crue in LA when I ran into him. The one time I ran into him in person. was at Heroin Salon. It was a very trendy salon. This is my shit, dude. This is like such a, like, this like song is like such a part of like my heart and like my soul and like my story and my past, and oh my gosh, it's just amazing. I fucking love it. So yeah, you cannot fuck with that shit. You cannot touch my crystal castles. Do not fuck with my shit. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, that was on the it was a mixed CD, and it's so, what's so funny too, oh my gosh, the synchronicity, everything's coming back around. Everything's connected. It was on my Heroin Salon Christmas CD. It was a mixed CD, and it was so brilliant. It was so genius, because what they did was they had every one of the stylists in the salon pick a song to put on, and it was a Christmas CD that they put out, and it wasn't Christmas music, okay? It wasn't like Christmas songs. It was just a dope-ass mix of all these different songs. It was fucking amazing. It was, oh my gosh, it was like in like, what, 2008, maybe 2009, I'd say 2010 at the latest. And so it was like all this like kind of cutting edge, like, I don't know, like just all their favorites. And it was just super, super trendy and hip and very, very cool. It was like the coolest fucking CD I can say I ever owned of anything. It was literally the coolest CD ever. Hey Norma, good to see you, hon. How are you doing today? I had some fucking weird dreams last night. And yesterday was a really chill day. Yesterday was a wonderful day for me, honestly. I bought my Christmas tree skirt. Woo woo! It's coming. It's coming. It's going to be a whole party in here. I can't wait. That one is for the seething pig monster. But yeah. So yesterday was a weird day. I mean, it was a great day. It started off wonderfully for me. I had a blessed, very blessed day. I was so thrilled. I talked to my mom. I had a great talk with my mom. Had basically a great day, just chilled at home, and I got rested up. I feel a lot better today. I feel like I have a lot more energy, and I'm like back to feeling like, instead I don't feel like a 70-year-old woman today, or 76. I felt about 76 yesterday. Oh man. Ooh, I got some sleep, but I got some stuff to tell y'all. I got some things to get off my chest. And the first thing that was haunting my mind and bothering me was the blogger situation. Because I saw he went live again last night. And that's why I just played Crystal Castles, and I went back and took a trip down memory lane. Or whatever, down whatever fucking freeway it is that I go in between LA and Nevada and Vegas. I mean, it is Nevada, but I go from Las Vegas, baby. I love Viva Las Vegas. I do love Las Vegas. It's probably my favorite city, to be honest. I have a special place in my heart for LA. LA and I have a thing. It's a kind of very much a love-hate thing, but Vegas treats me better. Vegas has always treated me right for the most part. For the most part, we've had a little bit of issues, but it's treated me a lot better than LA. LA is a rough lover, that's for sure. But yeah, I feel a lot better today. Wow. So yesterday was a wild one, even though it was on the internet mostly because I stayed at home. So Blogger, I found out, was streaming last night, and I couldn't believe that he didn't delete the stream. I was like, oh, is he still live? But then I realized, oh no, it's just replaying. I was like, where's the chat? Where's the chat? So then I literally called it. I was like, oh, what? Did he pass out drunk already? It was like 8, 9 o'clock at night, Pacific time, which is the time zone we're both in. So I called it. Sure enough, I was right. Like, I watched. He passed out in his own puke. basically vomited on his floor, passed out, was making all these girly noises, like, kind of like that. He's doing some of that. He had a little of that action going on. It was disturbing. It was distressing. I mean, to see a 40-year-old man like that, it was not good. He was nodding out. He was trying to stay awake. He was, first of all, when he started the stream, he was acting crazy. He was awake. He was coherent, blah, blah, blah. But he kept talking about this streaming chick who sounds like an older person. I think he maybe is one of these, he's a gigolo, that's for sure. No, I don't know. I think he might be a gigolo, not a juggalo. I think he might be like one of these guys, kind of like Captain Content, that targets these women. And I think he tries to maybe target these maybe older women, maybe women that he feels like maybe mentally unstable or whatnot. I think that's what it is with these guys. I think that they really think that I'm like mental. And then once they start talking to me, they realize like, oh, she's like, when they think that they're going to see, like, they think that like behind the scenes is going to be some deep, dark, like something even crazier going on. Like, I'm really crazy, really, really crazy. And then they see like, oh, this chick's actually really normal. And there's nothing to see here, folks. So then they just mosey on to the next one or whatever. So I don't know, but he seems like he was talking about this person that I've never heard of before. Shannon is my name or something. No idea who it is. But he kept listening to her streams, and then like Crystal Castle's beats in the background, allegedly, I guess. I don't know. He was listening to, like, it was hard for me to really even hear the music. I could just kind of, and at first when I was listening to it, I was like, because I had it sped up too. So I was like, what's going on? This is weird. And he just kept saying it over and over again. Like, isn't this great? Hey, Ruff, isn't this great? Like, I'm like, I really like, he really thought he like figured something out. And I'm like, has he been smoking crack? Like, what is wrong with this boy? Like, I think he's on crack. And it seemed like it. It was really weird. It was like he was on another one. He was on something else last night. I don't know what the fuck he was on, but he was on some shit. And I was like, I don't think he's just drunk. I think he's been fucking hitting a crack pipe or some shit. I think he went out to the fucking Skid Row of Spokane with his little friends and he did some shit out there. He was saying one time too, not too long ago, that he stayed out all night, like with homeless people or something. I don't know, man, but that's some fucking creepy, sketchy behavior. Yeah, it really is. Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, Brandon. That's what I'm thinking. And it's weird. It's sad. It's scary because, you know, he seems so normal. Like, oh my gosh. Like when him and I talked, I mean, behind the scenes, he could act like so normal. Like, and like, he had a normal functioning brain in his head, and he knew like that he like showed me stuff that he did that like, yeah, like he showed me stuff that he did that like, and was talking to me about stuff that he has, like he actually has like skills, like he actually has like, he could be doing other stuff with his life. Like he showed me stuff that he had made. Okay. Let's put it that way. And like some really beautiful stuff. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I had no idea that you could do that kind of stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, yeah. And I was like, you know, you could just easily like do that for a living and you could make a ton of money. I said, I know somebody online that actually does that, or, you know, something. It was one of the skills that he said that he had. And then he showed me something very similar to that. And it just blew my mind. And I was like, well, I know someone online that they have an Instagram page that's all they do. And they make tons of money off it. Like, for example, okay, there's a chick that I know that does Game Boy customizations. And she does like, I don't know, one of the Game Boy handheld, like Game Boy Advance or something like that, one of the newest one or whatever. And she does customizations of them, and she like backlights the screens and does all this fancy stuff, and she paints them and like recustomizes them and makes them look fucking awesome. And then she turns around and sells them for like a shit ton of money. They're like at least $200 a piece. You know, they're like over like 250, 260 bucks a piece, 280 bucks, sometimes over 300. It depends how much customization she does, and she puts different buttons in and does all of this shit. And he can do shit like that, you know? Like, it's crazy. Like, I would never be able to do something like that, I don't think, really. I mean, that's just, it's like, wow. And I'm like, dude, you could do that, and you could fucking, like, make a whole business out of it, and you wouldn't have to, you know, I mean, and then he's always talking about his thrifting and stuff, and I guess he was good with that too, but yeah, he could have totally done something. Dude, you could make tons of money like that if you're good at it, and all you have to do is put the time and effort into it. And he was good at it. He showed me like a customized thing that he made, and I was like blown away. I was like, whoa. I mean, you would I would have never guessed. You know what I mean? So, but whatever. I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on over there, or with that guy, or with his mind or anything. Because I know I freaked out a little bit, but I didn't freak out that bad. I hung out with some homeless people, but I didn't smoke, nothing with them. They did give me a sucker, though. I know. Who cares what chat wants? Who cares? Oh, was his chat. Were you in there last night, Nick, when he was live? Because I didn't catch it live. I caught it afterwards. And I called it. I was like, what, did the motherfucker pass out drunk already? It was like 8, 9 o'clock at night. And sure enough, fast forward to the end, he sure as hell did. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, me and my child were still up, and this motherfucker's passed out drunk at his own vomit already. Good Lord. Yeah. Instead, he'd rather spaz out on live and scream and break random stuff. It's so sad. It is sad. It's fucking... Am I the only one that doesn't think that this is highly disturbing and it's like so fucking weird? Like, I'm sorry. It's weird. It's horrible. Oh, you weren't in there live? Okay. I was just wondering, I don't know if anybody really caught it live. I didn't. But I was shocked. I mean, I was just like, really? Because I really hoped he had been doing better, because he's been pretty much, for the most part, staying off of live streaming. You know, he hasn't been live streaming. So I had really hoped, well, good, maybe he's actually getting it together. And I really do. I try to like visualize the best for him. Like, I try to visualize him like actually like getting stuff in his life like worked out and being happy. And no, guess not. Dang. It's a shame. It's a shame. It really is. And he looks rough too. He wants to talk about me being, he had the nerve to call me pruny and say I was like wrinkly or something. Sir, have you looked in the mirror lately? He looks awful. Like, the Botox is, your body is eating the Botox because you don't eat. So, and that's the thing, when you get injections and shit, that's what'll happen. Like, and it's based on your metabolism too, how long the injections last for. So if you're going to be like starving yourself and not eating, then your metabolism's going to be going and your injections are going to go to shit probably. He's too far gone, I fear. It seems so, and what I don't understand is the dude is on probation. Like, and he was drinking again last night on camera. And what was so funny was, and that's when I knew he was really fucked up. I was like, okay, yeah, he is on something else, because he had his stupid little cup that one of his cups that he uses, his big cup that's like tall can size. But then he had a tall can of twisted tea, and you see him pouring it in the cup. And then he starts drinking from the cup. It's like, you know he's fucked up if he's doing that, because it's like, hey, Skelly, good to see you. Because it's like, why even bother pouring it in the cup? Like, did you not see that we all saw you pouring the twisted tea directly from the twisted tea into the cup and then drinking from the cup? Like, you're not hiding anything, sir. you're not slick. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you thought that was, but, how is no one from like legal seeing this? Exactly. I mean, he's on probation, like, and he's not allowed to drink, and he's just doing it on camera, like, ha ha ha, you know, and then getting wasted, puking and passing out his own puke. Like, he's obviously drunk. Come on. You can, it's just beyond me. I don't understand. Love you, Norma. Who's sus? Hang on, I had to cough this shit up. Oh man, it is gross though. Yeah, I don't know who that is because likely I don't watch people like that because it disgusts me. Yeah, who's sus? Are you talking about that Suspendas guy? If you are, I have no idea because I don't watch him because he's just... I don't like the look of him, to be honest. I don't like the look of it. Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-doo. I've got another puzzle for you. All right, sus is another one of the hobbits that runs amok on... Are you talking about that Suspenders, dude? Suspendas? That guy is... No. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. I think he's closeted, like I said before. I died when you called them all cake boys. I love you, Brandon. I fucking love you. You are the best. You are the best. Oh my gosh. I know. People think that... I don't know. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. And you know what it is? I was really thinking this, like, last night because I've been watching this... I've been watching a show on Hulu called Living for the Dead, and I really enjoy it. I've been loving Living for the Dead because I myself am living for the dead. But yes, I love the show, and it's an LGBTQ, the rest of the alphabet. I don't know what all letters are on there anymore, what have been excommunicated, what, anyways, but let's go on. And so it's about all these paranormal, like, ghost hunters, and one is a medium, and one is a voodoo priestess. I don't know. Kind of, sort of. They're just all these different things involving the paranormal, but they're all, like, gay. Or, you know, they're all, I don't know what, I'm trying to be politically correct. Yeah, it pretty much, Brandon. And, but they're great. I love it. I love it. And honestly, my favorite person on the show is probably Roz. Because Roz is a big, giant, transgender woman. And who is hilarious. Who is funny as fuck. And I just love me some Roz. I love them all, though. I like Logan, too. And I love his name. That's such a good name for him. My daughter likes the one that wears the glasses. That's her favorite one. He looks like, but I don't like him. He's okay. I like them all. I just, his look reminds me of King Cobra, and it's just, I don't like that. So I'm not a big fan of his look, but he has kind of like a steampunk King Cobra look going on, but a little bit cleaner, obviously cleaner than King Cobra, but he just reminds me too much of King Cobra, so it's hard to look at him for me. But I love that show. And I realized it's not... I don't know what these people are. These little goblin people like Ron. And I don't know. I don't like them. And I realized it's not gay people that I have a problem with or that I don't like. I love gay people. You know what? I realize the more... Like, I love flamboyant gay people. Like, I like people that are... like gay and proud. Like, I don't like people, I think that's what it is. And I think it all comes back to like fakeness with me. I don't like people that are fake. And that's what bothers me about it is if he's gay, that's fine, be gay. But don't, and the same thing like with Captain Content, but don't try to play these women and drag these women through the mud when you know that you're not interested in women. Just be yourself, be who you are, and leave people alone. It's the same thing with like people that are transgender. I don't think it's cool for people that are transgender to not be upfront and honest about that, to trick people. It's the trickery that I don't like. It's the dishonesty for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It doesn't bother me anyone's sexual preference or how anyone wants to live their life. Excuse me. As long as they're, it's consenting adults and they're not, harming anyone, then fine. God bless them. That's between them and God. That's none of my fucking business. So it's not anyone. A lot of people have said that like, oh, I'm a homophobe or whatever in the past. And that's not true at all. I'm absolutely not a homophobe. I'm a closet-ophobe, if anything. I don't like the deceitfulness of it. I mean, be who you are. Don't quit lying to people. Quit lying to yourself and quit lying to other people about who you are. Be who you are. We have one life to live here that we know of. This one we're in right now. Let's focus on this one and being who the hell you are in this one, That's what I really realized that it is. It's the inauthenticity. It's the deceitfulness. That's what bothers me. No, it's not what they are. It's how these men act. It's that they can't be themselves and they're very showy and pretend to be manly men. Yes, exactly, Brandon. Exactly. It's pathetic. It's like, and I applaud anyone that's come out of the closet because it can't be easy. It can't. You know what I mean? But it's way better than living your life in the closet and in fear and having to pretend in fakeness and having to pretend to be someone that you're not. That there's nothing that could be harder or more horrible than that. Like, it can't be worse than that. You know what I mean? Even if, like, I would feel this way, like, if I were gay and I had to come out, even if, like, if my whole family, like, fucking, like, turned on me and was like, oh, we hate you because you're gay. And fucking, like, I'm putting myself in this, I'm just thinking of, like, if this were my life, okay, what would I do? And if my whole family, like, turned on me and was like, I hate you. Yeah, I would be, like, I think really depressed and it would heartbroken. But, and I'm sure that happens probably to a lot of gay people that come out. I'm sure it has definitely happened to a few, more than a few, I mean, but then I would find my own family. And that's what I think a lot of people have to do as well. You can find like friends, friends are the family you can choose. For real. That's from the Lego Batman movie. I fucking love that song. My best friend, friends are family. I love that little song. But yeah, it can't, I can't imagine like living my life. I don't know. I'm all about authenticity. So that's what it is that really, really bothers me is, I don't like weak people either. I like strong people. I gravitate towards strong people, dynamic people, strong personalities. Even if I don't always agree with them, I respect that. I don't respect the weakness and I don't respect dishonesty. And that's what it really is. It's a weight off your shoulders. It's angry and it's a mean gutting feeling. I came out around 18. I'm 32 now. I'm married now, as you saw on IG. Yes, congratulations. That's wonderful. This is why I'm saying, so with Blogger, it could be, who knows? Yes. And I'm so happy for you because that's what I'm saying. And now you're like living your best life. You know what I mean? Like, anybody, just be who you are. Like, come on, you got to be who you are in this life where you are who you are, because it's hurtful. It's more hurtful, I think, to everyone to not be who you are, you know? It's hurtful to yourself and it's hurtful to others. So, I don't know, but he's struggling with something for real. And I think it may be more than the custody issue, because here's the thing. I went through the same situation, a little bit different, obviously different circumstances, but the same thing where it was a custody ordeal with my child. And I was allowed to see my child, but I wasn't allowed, you know, she wasn't staying with me. She got taken out of my apartment, and it was horrible. And it was very depressing because I was very, very close, and I've always been very close with my child. It's weird that he like ran from meeting you. I know. It's strange, but okay. Like, if you were in New York, even I would make the plans to hang out with you. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Right? Nothing wrong with people just like getting together and connecting. And I would meet up with you too. I would love to like have lunch with you or something. That's what that's what I was saying about like, oh God, I would love to, if I ever went over there, I'd have to do like a little tour over on the East Coast and visit a bunch of people. I was saying that about like Barb Sawyer. I would love to like go up and have some lobster with Barb Sawyer and Stephen King. Oh, but hey, if Stephen King's not available, I would love either way. No, regardless, I would go up there just to see Barb. I would love to go to like Michigan and see Rick and Sue. You know, I would meet, and these are, I mean, so I'm very interested in meeting with people. It's not all people that is because I want to, you know, get with them in a romantic or, you know, physical way. But if there was someone I was romantically interested, that would definitely be even a lot more incentive, you know. But yeah, I don't think, for whatever reason, I don't think he was ever truly interested, which is fine. Not really though, because that's dishonest, because you know what I mean. So, but in the grand scheme of things, my heart is not broken. I will go on. I will survive, you know. And that's what's funny. Even I would pay for dinners. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Of course, that's why you're there, to enjoy your time. Why am I courting you more than these men interested in women? Right? Well, because you have a little bit more class, a lot more class. You're actually a gentleman. See, that's why I love you. That's what I love about you, Brandon, is you're a real one. You're an authentic person. And I appreciate that so much. And you know what? No one has to be perfect, but dang, please at least be authentic, you know? You successfully avoided 2nd and 3rd degree burns or worse. Congrats. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. You're an authentic person as well. You seem to be anyway, from what I've seen. And I appreciate you as well. And you're very funny. Thank you. I know. I think you're right. I mean, whew, God only knows. God only knows. It could have been a bad deal. I want to know if Nick, have you been watching Blogger for a while? Brandy, great to see you. Yes, right. Like, not perfect, but at least capable of learning from mistakes, please. I'm really curious about the people that were saying he was playing in his poop. People in my chat were saying that the other day, and I still don't know if they were trolling me or if that was legit. I'm leaning towards trolling me because nobody ever contacted me and said anything more about it, but that was disturbing. That was very disturbing as well. Excuse me. It's Mountain Dew, really. Carbonated beverages. But yeah. Oh man. It was crazy. Last night was crazy. It really was sad to watch. It really makes me feel yucky. It really does. It makes me feel gross to watch him. It's not a good feeling. Why did he want my kid out of the room? Wait, what do you mean? Why did he never try to drive to you? Why did he want your, what do you mean, why did he want my kid out of the room? Like, when I only first saw Blogger for, wait, when Blackout got their first vacation, I thought Tommy James was Blogger at first. Only started watching Blackout because of Vegan. Saw her from the Mace videos on a clip. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. That's funny, Nick. Blogger goes into another realm. Yeah. He's like, my precious, precious. Like, he goes, yeah, he's a little goblin. And he goes into a, oh my God, which brings me, I gotta stop saying that. I'm so sorry, God. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Girl, get it together. That brings me into my dream last night. So I had like a bad dream, I think, because of Ron, because I saw that last night. And it was so upsetting. Then I had a dream last night. My first dream was I dreamt that I have been sinning lately and I feel really bad. I've been sinning and I've been getting blessed at the same time. And I just really pray for forgiveness and please, Lord, wash me clean in the blood of Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Please, yes, let me get back to saying, oh my gosh. In Jesus' name, amen. I feel so bad. Like, honestly, I feel really bad because I've been saying the Lord's name in vain way too much. I got into a very bad habit of that. I don't know where I picked it up from, but I've got to knock it off. And then I did something else that I'm not proud of that I'm going to tell you guys about. But now I'm really freaked out after my dream last night. So the first dream I had, and they were really pretty vivid dreams as well. The first, not super, but vivid enough that I remember them and I remember what it looked like. The first dream I had, I dreamt of a man in, I don't think it was Blogger, but I think it was supposed to like represent Blogger. If I remember, he almost looked like a caveman in a way. He had like long hair and like facial hair, long like dark hair. And he was in a cave and he was like passed out in a cave like Blogger. He looked like how Blogger was passed out last night. Like he was like messed up or something somehow. Like he was like in a bad way. He was like passed out in this cave. And in this cave, there was like, I don't know, the ground was not level. And there were like almost like a little tide pools, but not tide pools, but like little indentions in the ground like that where there was like water. It was wet. There was like some kind of like water dripping in the cave. And he was like up against like the cave wall, just like kind of like, but sitting up, but like with his head down, kind of like passed out. And it was like, he was having a hard time staying conscious. And he was in this cave with like water dripping. And then there was like creatures scurrying around, like a creature, like all I could see was like, it was dark. So it was hard to see. It was kind of dark, pretty dark in there. So, but there was like this, I don't know if it was rats or some kind of furry. It seemed like it was like a furry type of creature, but small-ish, pretty small. Not super small, but like maybe the size of a cat or a rat or like a possum or something like that, scurrying around. And it ran like almost up his shoulder, like up the wall of the cave, like right around him. And I remember like I was trying to like warn him, but I couldn't like warn him and I couldn't like wake him up. I wanted to somehow like assist this guy, but I was like just there. Like I didn't have a body. There was nothing I could do. I was just like seeing it happen. It was very strange. I was seeing these like creatures scampering around him and I knew that he wouldn't want the creatures, like the creatures for some reason were not good to be scampering around him and that close to him, but they were like these shadowy, like they were pitch black, so I couldn't see what they were, but they looked like they were like kind of furry, like, I don't know, it was really weird. And I think that had something to do, it had to do with seeing Blogger like that last night. So that was the first dream, and then I woke up and that was it. Was it Earth? I mean, in my dream, I believe so. It just seemed like it was almost like a caveman or something. It was weird. And then And then, oh my gosh, and then the other thing I have to tell you is another sin that I did that I feel really bad about. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. We're going to cover this. I have to hawk up another loogie. It says demons, maybe. I mean, they were kind of, at least they were furry. They weren't, you know, they could have been more gross looking. It could have been representative of demons. It definitely seemed representative of some kind of danger around the man. Not like necessarily like he was gonna get killed, but it could have led to that. Like it was like an unhealthy place for him to be. And also if I felt like he shouldn't be in there with that water dripping and stuff like that. Could have caused him danger somehow. But it was really the scampering creatures that were weirder. Is this right? Hold on. Oh, this is the one I watched. Okay, cool. Hold on, let's rewind it. Oh, you stupid son of a gun. We have to watch this stupid freaking commercial first.
Thanks.
Okay, let me read. What does Curly Girly say? Sorry, let me go back. I get a weird feeling watching Blogger, like he's got a death wish or something. It makes me feel a dark energy. It's really weird. I feel the same way, Curly Girly. I feel the same way, and it's very disturbing. Your drinking cave? The Krites from the Critters movies? They weren't that round. They were like a little bit, almost like flatter and longer. It almost looked like a rat, but they were like wider and they almost seemed flatter. I don't know, in a way. But then it was only like I could only see them in the dark, so I couldn't see like their faces or anything, and I could only see them like scurrying away. You son of a gun. How many stupid commercials do there have to be? Okay. Okay, wait, we gotta find... I don't want this chick. Who is this? Okay, so I have to, I have a confession to make. We're going to confession, guys. It's obviously the creatures that the psycho surrounds himself with. Possibly. It could have been. It was very strange. It was very strange. So I'm going to go to confession, and I'm going to confess, and I have already, like, asked for forgiveness for this, and I do not plan to do it again. But I guess I'm going to confess and just say it. I did a ritual the other night, because I guess I was just, like, so upset about, you know, Aaron. And it was like shortly after, you know, his birthday's just passed and everything. And I had wanted to do it since he passed away. And like I knew, part of me, I know I shouldn't have done it, you know, because of my Christian faith. But I guess I just was feeling like, and I hadn't had a dream, like a good visitation dream from Aaron in a while. The last visitation dream I had from Aaron was him warning me about Blogger, and he was very angry with me. And I thought that he hated me. I don't know. I felt like it was not a good dream. Okay, let's put it that way. And I haven't had a dream of him since. So even though I know that he's not angry, and I'm sure he's glad, I know that he's glad that I'm not talking to Blogger and stuff anymore, but because he was really trying to warn me. For me and Sheridan's sake, and I know that about Blogger. And but I was upset, and like with his birthday and like letting off the balloons for him, and you know, I didn't have any kind of like visitation dream from him around his birthday or anything, and I was like, I know that he was with us that day when we let off the balloons for him. I was getting signs from him that day and everything, but, you know, I just was really feeling sad and like desperate in a way to like hear from him or whatever. And so I did this ritual with the candle that I should not have done. And I was, I was trying to see like if he could communicate with me through the candle. And I lit this candle for him. And the reason I did it was because of this. We're going to listen to this.
And the face that it happened to.
I actually never told my father about this experience.
This is Aaron we're listening to.
I didn't know how it would affect him. I didn't want to upset him. He was in a very fragile state at this point. I actually didn't tell anyone really. My sister knew.
He is. I know he is, Brandon.
And now you.
Triple platinum selling recording artist Aaron Carter never believed in the paranormal, it says. This is from Celebrity Ghost Stories, Season 4, Episode 5. Yes, I believe that 100%, Brandon. Aaron told me that he would always protect me. It was really weird, and now that I look back, it was really eerie that he said that to me when he was still alive. And I, obviously, when he was still alive. But it was weird. It was almost like he was saying goodbye before he said goodbye. And he told me, like, don't ever let drugs or anything like that ever take over my life. And he said that I could always tell him anything and trust him with anything. And that he would always protect me. And he has. Like, that was when he was still alive. And that was years after he said anything about any restraining order, which was like a flippant comment that he made once and never got a restraining order against me or ever like even mentioned it again. But it was not long. It was months before he passed away. I mean, maybe it was within the same year, you know, that he told me that. And I'll always have those messages. Thank you, Brandon. I love you too. I love you guys too. I know I miss his voice. I miss his speaking voice, his singing voice. I miss everything. I miss him playing the piano. He's honestly been like such a good friend to me. And people don't even know, like, through the CPS shit when I was in LA, oh, and fucking bitch ass Carissa wants to talk about, because we talked about a parenting class. That's not true. He actually attended. I could say this now, okay? I don't know if I've ever really spoke on this before. I may have, I forget. He did attend one of my parenting classes, and unfortunately he didn't graduate from the same ones that I did. I tried to get him into my parenting classes, but he did do one full one, and it was quite funny, and I think everyone in the class enjoyed him being there. I don't know if anybody knew who he was, to be honest. I think that the leader of the class did. Like the teacher, she was awesome too. I loved her. She was so badass. I'm so grateful for her in my life. She was so wonderful. But I think she knew, she and I were the only ones that actually knew who he was, that he was even a celebrity when he was in there. And he did the whole class. We didn't go to it in person. It was during the COVID shit. So everything was on like a Zoom or whatever. I don't know if it was, I forget what the platform was that we had to use to attend the classes, but it was like that. It was all virtual. And we had to be on camera the whole time. And Aaron was there. Aaron attended. And I don't think anyone will ever forget that class. I think it was a very unique, one-of-a-kind class for everybody. Because Aaron shared a lot. And it was to the point that it became humorous. It was so still a nice memory for me and very endearing. And I bet I actually feel sorry for the chick that led the class. probably found out about Aaron passing away, and she probably is like, that's probably a happy memory for her to think that, you know, at least she got to have a little bit of impact on his life before he passed away. A little bit of a good influence, you know. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. I'm having a weird day so far. I hope you're having a great day. It's been interesting. I had some really weird dreams last night. And one of them was a visitation dream from Aaron, you guys. So I'll spill the beans right now. Thank you, God, and thank you, Aaron. It was very nice. But this is why I did what I did, because Aaron did this, and as you guys are gonna hear on Celebrity Ghost Stories, Season 4, Episode 5, he never believed in the paranormal until he received a very special visit that proved to him that ghosts do exist. And we know I've been living for the dead, so it's a lot of ghosts, spirits of Christmas past coming around this year.
My relationship with my grandmother was amazing. It was something that's just undeniable. She was very loving to all of her grandchildren, especially
hit
me.
my computer.
We had a very good relationship, and she always gave me advice.
Because Aaron's the special
there
one.
for me in many different kind of ways in my life.
It's
I loved
obvious.
her. I loved every little thing about her.
Aaron was the most special one, and he got all the best genetics of that whole family. He was very special.
My grandmother loved to scare every one of her grandchildren. She loved...
Oh, I'm sorry, Sherry. Hugs to you, and much love to you, sweetheart. I am so sorry. I know, yeah, I don't know what it's like to lose a parent yet. You know, I'm not looking forward to that day, but I know what it's like to miss someone that I love and lose someone that I love and loved very dearly, and be missing someone very much during the holiday season, you know? Isn't he's adorable. I love it. Here, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. I love how he talks about this is so cute how he talks. It's just very endearing. About how his relationship with his grandma and stuff.
My grandmother loved to scare every one of her grandchildren. She loved to scare the crap out of you. I'm not talking about a little prank or something. I mean, she would do things that was petrifying. She would wait till you were sleeping, and she would pretend that she was a ghost and start tickling your feet.
I love his voice, too. That is mean.
That's how we knew her. A very fun, scary, strong personality. That was Grandma.
Aww.
So when we found out my grandmother was diagnosed with lymphoma, I remember my father coming into the room and saying, "My mother is sick. She doesn't have very long to live." I instantly said, "Well, what are we going to do? What do we need to do? Let's go see her."
He's so
We
sweet.
drove from the Florida Keys up to upstate New York.
The Florida
to my
Keys.
grandmother's house.
Where Aaron should have been laid to rest, by the way. The Florida Keys, where he would have wanted to have been laid to rest.
I had never known anyone in my family to be close to death. When we walked in, when we arrived, she had a bandana on, and she was very, very, very ill. It's hard for me to even talk to her because I couldn't understand it. I still couldn't understand death.
And a commercial. Thank you, Sherry. God bless you.
Did you know that weight gain is not...
And your mom, like, and you know what?
Always believed in spirits and always...
That's the one thing that I definitely believe in the afterlife, obviously. It's interesting, and it's kind of hard to be, it's kind of difficult to balance it all out with the Christian faith, being Christian, and but also, you know, there's this paranormal aspect, and it's very kind of confusing because there are a lot of things when it comes to that the Bible doesn't address. And yeah, but I mean, when I became a born again Christian, and at 25, when I got down on my knees and I prayed to God and to Jesus, and I said, you know, make me new again, renew me in your blood, wash me clean of my sins, help me to walk with you. And I specifically asked, please take the blinders off of my eyes and let me be able to see, like, let me be able to see the truth, you know? And I do feel like when I asked for that gift was given to me. And I asked for more than I bargained for. And I mean, God gave it to me more than I even asked for. And I started seeing a lot of things, and it was quite scary. And there was things definitely became clear to me, but there's a spiritual battle constantly. And it can be scary. It can get kind of scary, but then you have to rely on God and fall back on him as your foundation and realize that you can rest in him. The battle's already been won. You're on the winning team, and you don't have to be afraid, but it can get overwhelming at times. And there are a lot of questions when it comes to this stuff in the afterlife. And I also study, and I'm a big researcher, and I've studied at length near-death experiences. I'm very fascinated with that. That is weird how it fits into the Christian faith, but I still think that even the Bible is it doesn't tell us everything. Unfortunately, there's no way the book would never end. You know what I mean? So the Bible, I feel like, is only is the guide. It's like the basic guide to live your life by. But there is more that is not covered in the Bible. And it's interesting because there are unknowns. You know what I mean? Hey, Quest, great to see you. I've been trusting and believing God again for the past few months now. It's a strong feeling. I'm also a Christian. God bless you, Brandon. That's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that. So, yes, praise Jesus. And I know Aaron's in heaven. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, Aaron is in heaven. And I'm grateful for that. But this is a very fascinating story. And this all has to do with what I'm going to be talking about today with my dream last night.
A big believer, but I just wasn't into it because I was scared of it. I'm sitting with her, and she looked at me and she said, listen here, Aaron, don't worry about me. I'm gonna die. There's nothing I can do about it. She looked at me and she said, there's something I want you to do for me. I said, okay. When you find out that I died, I want you to do a little ritual for me. Can you do it? I said, yeah, I'll do it. She said, I know you don't believe in ghosts and spirits, so I'm going to show you that they're real.
And this is why I did what I did.
When I die, I want you to light a candle. And when the candle burns out, I'm going to show myself to you, to prove to you that there is life after death.
Even though I already know that.
I remember saying, no, you're not. That's not going to happen. I said, yes, it is. I'm like, all right. I'll light a candle. And this was a weird conversation to have with your grandmother. I mean, telling me to do something after she dies. And yeah, I respect my grandmother, but at the same time, it's a little scary.
Yeah, this is why I
We
did
spent about a week
this for
with
Aaron.
her.
Because I felt like I always should since I heard this. Even though I knew it was like pretty much against my religion.
That was it.
Oh,
That was my goodbye.
Okay, this is on a channel called LMN, and it's called I Was Being Watched, Celebrity Ghost Stories, Season 4, Episode 5. I just looked up Aaron Carter. I Googled Aaron Carter, or not Googled, but looked up on YouTube, Aaron Carter Celebrity Ghost Story, and it came up. So, and then you can, yes, then you can watch it for yourself. It's amazing. But this has been, I've known about this
2 months later.
for a while.
She died in her bed, peacefully, and my father comes into the room, says she's dead. He was a miserable wreck, and then he says, we're gonna have the funeral. It's gonna be
Yeah, hang on, let me see.
tomorrow. It was an open casket, and I couldn't do it. Couldn't see my grandmother dead.
Yeah, let me
I
put the
wanted
link.
to remember her
Good idea.
the best way I could. I just, that wasn't for me. So my dad, he understood. He understood. He left the next day.
Oh shit.
Went to her funeral. He was going to be there for about a week.
I'm on the other channel. I keep forgetting.
Now it's time for me to light the candle. I had a very old candle.
Old candle, he said.
And, you know, I thought it was what should be done. I should light this candle out of respect for my grandma. Then all of a sudden, it's very dark in the room, and I'm looking over at the candle, and the flame was dancing a little bit. And I'm like, looking, I'm
Did that
feeling
work?
around in the room. I'm like,
Maybe
is there a
not.
draft?
Hold on.
No, there's no draft. What's that candle doing? I stand back, I look at it, and it just disappeared just like that. And this little trail of smoke floated above it.
Does that work? Can you guys
My
even
heart
click
was
on that?
Racing a million miles an hour. I'm like, all right, this is it. This is the moment. I'm looking around. I look behind me, there's nothing there. All of a sudden, I felt claustrophobic. I immediately tried leaving the room. Turned back.
Hold on. Is it even coming up in chat? Let's see. It's weird because, yeah. It's not. What if oh shit. Yeah, that's lame. It's not letting me put it up. Maybe I can put, I don't know. Just, search Aaron Carter Celebrity Ghost Stories on Google. Or not on Google, I'm sorry, on YouTube. And the video, it'll be like the first video that comes up. I put the link in twice, but I don't think it will let me put a link in on the chat, which is lame. I have it turned off, or I'd have to like enable it or something.
Back, I look behind me, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this. I made her a promise. I didn't want to be in there, but I stayed in there. And the candle, you know, the smell when you blow out the candle.
That's weird that he said like the smell when you blow out the candle, because that has always been one of my favorite smells in the world too. That's candles when you blow them out. It's like that smell when you first blow out the candle. That's like one of my favorite smells ever. It's always been one of my favorite smells in the whole world. I just love that smell. Something about that smell. It's so nostalgic, and it reminds me of like birthdays and holidays and like Christmas time. And I love the smell of candles when you first blow them out. It's amazing.
The moment I smelled that, there's a cold blast. I immediately tried leaving the room. Turned back, I look behind me, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this. I made her a promise. And the candle, that you know, the smell when you blow out the candle. The moment I smelt that, there's a cold blast. Then that cold air turned into a visual presence. Like it was like the back of her head. And then it turned around. And it was her. And she looked at me and she said, "I told you." And I almost felt like I had been struck with some sort of paralysis. I got really, really, really dizzy really quick. And right then and there, I passed out. I hit the floor. I didn't wake up till 9, 10 o'clock at night. With my sister waking me up. Are you okay? Are you well? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She showed herself to me. She did it. She did it. Oh my God. To see her one more time. And to see her in a beautiful way. I didn't see her sick. I saw her at her most beautiful.
Yep. That's always how it is.
Me being able
When people
to
go to heaven.
live out what she wanted me to do. It was extremely terrifying, yet assuring, knowing that my grandmother was out there and being able to be who she is, even after her death. And she did it in such a way that doesn't make any sense. But she proved to me that ghosts exist.
There you go. So, what do you mean what Alex did wasn't cool? What did Alex do? The poor guy was harassed by DX for so long. Yeah. I know. But you know what? That Aaron was strong enough to deal with that. He really was. And he dealt with it. He did. That wasn't what really, I think, really drove him over the edge. Honest to God, it was Melanie. It was the stuff with his son, and it was Melanie. But as you see and you hear from Aaron himself, Aaron was a believer. Aaron knew about, this stuff wasn't weird to him. That's why when he visits me in my dreams, I know it's Aaron. Like, this is Aaron's thing. Like, Aaron full well knew while he was still alive on earth that this was possible, that spirits were able to visit their loved ones. That's why Aaron has visited not just me, but many people after death. His spirit has. Oh, Melanie majorly messed with his head. And to me, it was his family. That's what was the things that were deeply, deeply bothering him to his core and his soul were his family, the severed bond with his family, his twin sister, his brother Nick, obviously, his mom. He wasn't physically close to his mom. His mom had been going through her own stuff, struggling with alcoholism. That really bothered him. He loved his mom dearly, but he wanted to be able to protect his mom too, and he couldn't. And then the next thing was, Melanie, and then his child. Then that was the thing, I think, that really took him down. That was a huge blow to him when he lost custody of his son. And for people to tell him, like, you're not good enough to be around your own son. That's how it felt to Aaron. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, Aaron was the only one that while that baby was in the house with them, that he was the only one that cared for that baby. Melanie didn't. We saw Melanie put the baby in the bassinet, just leave the bottle in with the baby, and Aaron would come along and scold her and say, what the hell are you doing? You got to hold the baby, pick the baby up and feed him. Hold him in your arms and feed him like a mother. It was sickening. Aaron was the only one that cared for that little boy. As messed up as he ever was, the love that he had for that little boy was obvious. And he had more love for that child than Melanie ever did. He had more of a bond with Prince than Melanie ever did. It was sad on Melanie's part, but it was beautiful to see on Aaron's part. But it was very upsetting to him, and it was an injustice. It was wrong for them to... And I understand they had to do their job and they had to protect, and I know what it looks like on the outside, but I do think that that was the final nail in his coffin. I hate to say it that way, but I do. It was horrible. And he had already been through so much. His family had attacked him and not been there to support him when he really needed them. And they had turned their backs on him. And then Melanie constantly adding to his stress. It was Melanie and then the baby that was really led to his final demise. And I'm not trying to say it was not the baby. It was him losing custody of the baby. I should say it was CPS. It was not the baby. You know, I don't want anyone to like try to twist that and say, oh, she's blaming his kid for killing him now. Like, no, it was the situation. I should have said that more clear. It was the situation with the baby, of him, you know, the baby being kept away from him and him not having his parental rights like he should have. And it was all because of the bullshit that Melanie was doing and the lies she was saying about him and lying on him and saying that he physically abused her and broke her ribs. Everyone remember that? She wants to play, oh, she's the grieving widow now. Number one, bitch, you weren't his wife. You weren't married to him. If he couldn't stand anyone, it was Melanie, not me. She fucking ruined his life. She literally, I feel like, is responsible for his death. In my personal opinion. I don't think Melanie's the one raising that child, to be honest, Sherry. I think it's probably her family, her mom, or her sister. I think Melanie's been getting, from what I've seen, Melanie's been getting real busy at the pump room. So I don't think that if that child is smart or anything, I don't think it's really due to Melanie. I think Melanie uses the baby to do little photo ops with and try to show, kind of much like Carissa. I think she just uses him as a pawn to, oh, look at, you know, to try to get clout and try to get people to like her and feel sorry for her. I don't think that she's actively really teaching that baby anything. I don't think she's capable of teaching that baby anything. She is a bubble brain. Bubblehead. She's a moron. Like a complete idiot. So anyways, long story short, guys. Ever since I had known about this, and I knew about this shortly after Aaron passed away, I felt like I should do this for Aaron, and I've been wrestling with it, with my conscience, because I know I shouldn't, and I've been wanting to do it ever since I found out he passed away, really, this candle thing, and I never did. And I finally caved in, and I did it the other night because, you know, it was just, had been his birthday, and I don't know, was just really missing him. And so I did the same thing for him that he did for his grandmother, saying he hopes he took part in his death. I think that's disgusting, rough. And I think he's going to get his karma for that. I mean, I'm not going to do anything to him, but I think that that's a very sick and evil thing to say, because I think Aaron is by far a better person than he will ever be. Aaron made his mistakes, but like me, he admitted them and he learned from them. He took accountability and he learned from his mistakes, and he didn't keep making the same mistake. The thing that Ganville was hounding Aaron for in the beginning never happened again. Aaron was also starving the child, basically. Have you not seen the video where he literally only fed Prince for 20 seconds and then stopped while Prince was still sucking hard on the bottle? No. I never saw that. And I'm not going to allow that comment. I'm going to just delete that comment. Because I'm not going to allow slanderous comments about Aaron in my chat. No, I absolutely did not see that. And if Aaron only fed him for a short time, it's probably because Melanie was there or something. Somebody else took the baby, you know? Aaron loved his son. Aaron loves his son still from heaven. Yeah, that's a horrible thing to say. And I'm sorry, but that, no, hell no. You are not slandering Aaron Charles Carter in my chat. You're lucky you didn't get snapped out of here for that. But no, I most certainly never saw that. But that is why I did what I did the other night for Aaron. And it was a couple nights ago. It was the night that Sheridan and I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and everything. So I wasn't, you know, obviously I took the night off streaming and I did that late at night and I lit the candle for Aaron. And I even tried to see if he was able to communicate with me through the candle. It was got kind of weird, kind of freaky. I felt like he was, but then part of me also feels like I can't, like, no way. Like, it was unbelievable. So I feel like, you know, maybe that's just what I want to feel like. I don't know. But either way, I did the candle thing. I let the candle burn out. I did not have the same experience that Aaron had. I didn't feel any blast of cold air. Aaron did not materialize in front of me, unfortunately. I did feel, the only thing I felt was regret and guilt. I felt guilty for doing it. I felt like I should not have done it. But I actually, the candle didn't even, it burnt out shortly before I went to sleep on its own. I had even moved it into the bedroom and I was just going to like let it burn on my nightstand until it burned out. And so right before I went to sleep, it went out. And no, Aaron did not materialize. No cold blast of air, nothing like that. I felt bad. I just left the candle there. You know, it was out. And I went to sleep. And I did not have any visitation dreams from Aaron that night or anything like that. And I was pretty bummed. You know, I did ask for forgiveness. I did say that I was not going to do that again. I did promise God that I would not do that again. Anything like more rituals. And asked for forgiveness. I prayed about it. And I, you know, had my day yesterday, whatever. You know, hadn't had any dreams about Aaron until last night. And last night, you know, I had the dream about the caveman or whatever that I think had to do with whatever happened with Blogger last night on his stream, which was highly concerning and just absolutely sickening. And then I woke up from that dream and I went back to sleep. And when I went back to sleep, I had a dream that I was, I don't know, it was almost like I was in my house, but it wasn't my house, but it was like, I know Sheridan was there and there was like other people there. I was going to like do something. It was supposed to be my house. It felt like, it seemed like, but it wasn't quite exactly how my house is really laid out in real life. But it was very, very similar, but not quite. It was weird. And I remember I was going to head out the door to go do something with Sheridan and some other people. I don't know if it were my parents or who was there. Someone was there. We were going to do something. And I don't remember. It almost seemed like Sheridan had a little friend there or something. I don't remember, but I know I was like, almost like I was like walking out of like where, in my real house, my bedroom would be. And I was like walking around this corner and I was getting ready to go out into like the main area and then leave the house with them. And then all of a sudden Aaron was standing there. No, he took the stream down. Okay, I might be able to show after. I'll see if I can show the video after I talk about this. Oh, it's gonna make me sick. If it probably will work now that I think about it. But yeah, I can in a minute. But yeah, he was just standing there. He was just standing there, and he was looking at me, and he was smiling, and it was just the cutest smile. His hands were kind of, I think, in his pockets. Like, he was just kind of standing there, like, and the look he gave me was, look, it's me. I'm here. Hey, Trish, it's me. Like, just with this funny little look and this smile. And it was Aaron, and he looked great, and he looked so handsome and just cute, and it was Aaron, and he looked beautiful. And I just went up to him, and it was just like we had this look at each other in this moment of understanding. And I was like, wow. Like, and it was almost like, it was like, I'm here. How could you doubt me? You know, it's me. Here I am. Like, you wanted me. I'm here. You know, all you had to do was ask. Like, and I just looked at him, and I just ran up to him, and I just put my arms around him and gave him a big hug. And that was basically it. I gave him a big hug, and we just kind of, you know, had shared that moment and shared that hug. And it was like, and then I went off out the door. It was so weird. It was like, he just kind of, boom, he was there. And I don't remember if he just like really like materialized or what, but I just remember, I just thought I was on my way to go do something with Sheridan and some other people, and we were running out the door to go do something fun. And then I went around the corner, and boom, there was Aaron. And it was great. So I know that was, you know, so in a way it did work. In a way it did work. It was so weird. So thank you, Aaron. I love you. Thank you for setting my mind at ease and just, you know, always being my guardian angel. So that was amazing. Let me see, guys, if I can get that media going, if I can. If we might be able to here. It's 3 minutes and 40 seconds. It says looks like it's gonna work. Let's see. All right, I guess if you want to see it, now's the time. So it was 9:44 my time when this shit kicked off. But yeah, let's see if we can play it. That was him like trying to stay awake. It's not good. It's not good. Here, I'm going to turn it like... Bro, it makes me sick to watch. I'm about to go hawk up a loogie. Just watching this shit. Ugh. Yeah, he's basically like just puking and spitting. And then he passes out. And then he just literally passes out like this until the end of the stream. Like... Oh. Oh, he hasn't passed out yet? Okay. I mean, even Aaron didn't do this kind of shit. Who's he talking to? He like laughs and says, okay. That's weird. I couldn't tell what he said last night. Yeah, I didn't record the whole thing of him being passed out. But so this doesn't get this clip isn't the whole thing, but he says something else while he's passed out too. He's like talking in his sleep. He's like making girly noises, like sighing, like, or whatever. And you hear a bunch of banging around, like something clattering. And see, is that him? What the fuck is that? Like, I don't think you guys can hear it, but there's this like kind of like tinkling sound, like a little like clattering in the background, like the whole time. It's really weird. But yeah, he basically passed. So that's the whole clip. He passed out like that until he fucking basically sat back up and like slowly like at the end like a zombie. And then you could just see him grab the fucking, phone or whatever and turn it off. And that was the end of the stream. But you just kind of hear like, he just passes out like that for the whole rest of the stream. He does say something else in his sleep, but it's some other jibber jabber. He's like, yeah, or something. I forget what it was. It was something very much like the first thing he said where he's like, okay, or whatever. He's like, it was just something in his sleep. And then you just hear like little like clattering around, tinkling around, like, I don't know, clanging sounds kind of in the background. And then a car alarm goes off and it's like, it goes off for a long time. It's like, and he stays passed out through the whole fucking thing. Like, and it finally goes off by itself. And then like I said, that's all it is. It's just him passed out like that, like hunched over, like passed out until he like fumbles for his camera to turn it off. And then that's it. But I didn't record the whole thing because I wasn't going to sit there and just record him like fucking passed out, hunched over or whatever. But I definitely recorded the part where he did pass out, obviously, puked and fucking passed out. So I didn't record, that's the only part I clipped. I didn't clip a bunch of shit of it. I didn't clip him drinking the twisted tea or trying to, being so fucked up that he must have thought he was being sneaky, but he wasn't at all because he was pouring the twisted tea can right into the cup. I mean, so if there's no point of pouring it into a cup on cam if you're pouring it into a cup to try to hide it because we just saw what you were pouring into the cup. Duh. But yeah, it's not good. It wasn't good. I don't think that that's good. Nobody's ever, and everybody, it's funny. Like Carissa acts like, oh, blogger's fine, but she never, and I was such a big alcoholic. She still claims I'm an alcoholic, even though I like barely ever drink. And like literally on special occasions. And then she's like, oh, alcoholic. But, nobody's ever seen me fucking pass out my own puke. Nobody's ever seen me fucking pass out. But no, allegedly I passed out drunk on Thanksgiving because I took a 2-hour nap. In like 48 hours, I was awake. So, oh God, pardon me. I'm just a hardworking bitch that was trying to get everything done for everybody for Thanksgiving. And I'm sorry, I'm not, thank God, I did have my mom because I'm not fucking the bionic woman. I can't do everything all by myself all the fucking time. God forbid I took a 2-hour nap. But I certainly fucking didn't fucking do like that. Nobody's ever seen me literally like pass out drunk on fucking, because I haven't. So fuck off. You want to see passing out drunk? You want to see what passing out drunk looks like, Carissa? All right, bitch. Let's watch this again. This is what fucking passing out drunk looks like. Find me a clip, bitch, where I ever did this. Ever. Once. Find it. I dare ya. I triple dog dare you since it's motherfucking Christmas time, bitch. Yeah, and that's supposedly just alcohol. I don't know. I think it was a little more than that last night. Gross. When you're so drunk, you can't even think of a title, maybe, or you're so fucked up or whatever, intoxicated on whatever, probably multiple substances you were last night. Maybe you just don't go live. Maybe, what? He was fucked up before he even went live. Like, why? Ew. Thank you, Brandon. I know. I mean, I still feel bad for the guy, though. He really needs to get his life together. But this is what passing out drunk looks like. And possibly other substances involved as well. And I feel like nobody saw this. This isn't a problem with anyone. Nobody cares. Like, why does no one care when you see somebody, like, killing themselves right in front of your eyes? Like, it's gross. I'm like, I'm the only one that had any issue with this. But he deletes it, so it never happened. So it's okay, right, everyone? It's Christmas time. Yeah, okay. It's Christmas time, fool. This is what you're doing. Like, really. How about fucking clean yourself up and get a fucking job so you can get some Christmas presents for your kid, at least. Gross. I'm not doing this to make fun of him either. I'm not trying to make fun of him. This is legitimately horrifying for me to watch. It just made me sick. I don't want to see somebody kill themselves. I don't think it's cute. I didn't like seeing... It's the same way that seeing the shit that happened with Willie made me sick. This makes me sick. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's not funny. And people in this community need to stop encouraging this type of behavior. Because some of these people, I don't know if they're mentally well enough to fucking get it. And you know what? Some of it's going to be on you guys when people keep fucking, not necessarily the people in my chat right now, but the people in this larger community. When these people start passing away, keep passing away, and a lot of people are encouraging this kind of shit and cheering it on. It's sick. It's really, really sick. And I'm not here to shame Blogger. I'm not here to make fun of him. But I am going to talk about it and address it because I also feel like not talking about it and not showing it is doing a disservice to the community and to Blogger. And really, like I said, even the community as a whole. Because I think that it should be looked at. And it's not okay. And it's disturbing. And I'm not cool with anybody that wants to see that or thinks that that's okay. And that that's normal. I gotta get it something to drink because I am thirsty. I'll be right back, guys. probably shouldn't be doing this right now, and I hope that it doesn't give me acid reflux, but I feel like I need it. I need it. I am upset. I need a cherry Coca-Cola, so I'm going to try to drink a cherry Coke, and I'm being a naughty, naughty girl right now. Yeah, it breaks my heart too, honestly. What time was it? Last month and the month before that? What do you mean, Quest? I'm so confused. I just think it's gross. I think it's gross, and I'm tired of seeing people die. I'm not the kind of person, I'm not that sick. I don't like seeing people die. Even though Ron has, badmouthed me, lied about me, blatantly lied about me. Okay, for one, that's what I don't like. He's done some other things, a lot of things that have been hurtful, questionable, I don't know, what not. But I have a lot of issues with Ron. Okay, but even from someone that has issues with him, that has had a little bit of personal interaction with him, private interaction with him, personal interaction with him behind the scenes and everything, I still am not a sick enough person to be in his chat and be like, yeah, do it. Like, this is great. Like, yeah, fucking, I don't know. Like, egging him on. You know what I mean? I think it's gross. I think it's gross, and I think it's weird. I don't know who this K person is that is like his mod, his Blackouts mod, whatever, seems to encourage this. If anyone's ever seen this person, I think it's a catfish. I don't know who this person is, but they are a bit concerning to me in how much they enable the behavior of both Blogger and Blackout when it comes to binge drinking on live stream and doing other dangerous behavior that could get them grievously injured, if not, end their existence all the way. It's weird. There's some weird people out there that encourage a lot of weird, not weird, but bad, very dangerous behavior and things, especially on live stream. And I'm not one of them, and I don't want to be one of them. And I'm not here, like I said, to shame anyone or to make fun of Ron, because it's very obvious that he's hurting bad. And I'm just going to continue to pray for him. I don't understand how, if he's on probation, they know nothing about this. I clipped it, and now I didn't send it to his probation officer or anything like that. I don't know. It's a very sad feeling I get, as if, like, does anyone care? Like, it's very strange. I don't know. But I don't like it. And it doesn't make me feel good seeing stuff like that. I don't want to see, I don't want to see people like that. And I've drank a lot. And I've passed out drunk in my day. I have. I'm not going to say I've never in my life passed out drunk. I just haven't on live stream. But I don't think I ever looked like that, passing out drunk. I think I even still was able to stumble into bed and pass out there. Man, I kind of almost passed out in my own puke once, and that was an interesting story. That was because, and I was drinking a little bit. I was young too. I was like, I think I was 19. I think that was the time we went back to visit Chicago when I was 19. And that was in Chicago. And oh my gosh, man, I don't know what they gave me, but I think we had smoked some laced ass weed. I don't know what the fuck they put on that motherfucking weed, but holy shit, it fucked me up big time. I was with like my old best friend, Angie, and her friends. And holy shit, I was like fucking hallucinating and everything. I was like, whoa, and I puked. and I passed out, and it was crazy. I was like outside on the grass, outside this apartment complex we went to, and I puke, and then I would like, I couldn't like even get up. I would like just scoot myself a few inches away from my puke, so I wouldn't pass out in my puke, and then I would fucking pass out. And I'd wake up and I'd puke again, and I'd keep doing it. And I did it so many times till we're at the point where I was like almost turning in a circle on my side on the grass. And these fucking huge ass mosquitoes were biting the living shit out of me. I got bit the fuck up by mosquitoes. It was the summertime, and we went to Chicago and we're visiting. Oh man, it was a fucking trip. It was a real trip. And then the way I came out of it too was a fucking trip. It was like a movie. Like, oh, I wish I could make a movie of it. I could direct a movie of it so well to show exactly what I experienced. And it was fucking trippy. But yeah, it was very much almost like a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas kind of situation with these mosquitoes, especially because they were huge. And it was really weird. But yeah, that's the only time I can think that I've ever even come close to passing out my own puke. And even at that point, I was still conscious enough to scoot myself away from it. Thank God. But yeah. And I was like 19, not fucking 40. Good God. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on here? That was over 20 years ago. I was a teen, right, Kawissa? I was a teen. Legally, I was an adult at that point. But, oh yeah, that was young Trish wilding out. I mean, I wasn't trying to wild out. I thought I was just smoking a little bit of weed. Honest to God. I thought I was just smoking a little bit of weed. They said it was good. They said it was one-hit shit. And I was like, yeah, right. I smoke really good weed back in Washington. Like, we got really good weed up because we did. We had some really kind herb back in the day. And so I took 3 just to make sure. And damn, when they did something to that weed, I guarantee it. That was not normal. I knew it back then and I know it now. They did something to that shit. So, because it took me on a fucking trip. And it was a weird one. I didn't like trip like you would on like shrooms or acid or anything, but there were definitely some mild hallucinations. It was not normal weed, that's for sure. It was not normal just green bud, no. They did something to that shit. They dipped that shit or fucking sprinkled that shit or did something to that shit. Yeah, the age you're supposed to mess up. Exactly. Back when I was like 19. I mean, and that wasn't my fault. Listen, if people fucking spike my shit, but nowadays, you know, I'm way more responsible even because I'm not like, oh, out with my friends and my friends of friends smoking their weed and shit. I'm getting my shit from a dispensary and smoking my own shit responsibly. So, but yeah, those were the days. Those are the days when you're younger, in your younger days, and that's when, you know, that shit tends to happen, not usually in your 40s. But who knows what he was doing before he went live yesterday, who he was hanging out with, if he was hanging out with crazy homeless people, what they were smoking on, whatever. He said the other day that he was like, oh, I almost did something on foil or something, and I'm on his live stream, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, what are you thinking? You're on probation, and it's for stuff that has to do with your kid, and that hangs in the balance. Why would you be... What? That's what I think about that, Ron. Something, Quest. It was fucked up. And then nobody else it seemed to affect like that, but my shit, it was weird. But it wasn't even like a doobie. It was like it was a bowl. And we all hit it. We all passed it around and smoked off the same fucking bowl. So, I don't know. Maybe they're used to smoking that kind of weird shit. PCP? Maybe. PCP? Maybe. I don't know. That's crazy, dude. I hope not. But who fucking knows? To this day, I don't know what it was, what was going on there. I just know that shit fucked me up. It was some weird shit. No one else seemed to get all hella fucked up off it, but I was like, whoa. Yeah. If my parents only knew, goodness sakes. I was there on vacation with my parents too. My parents were off doing something else. They were visiting with their friends. I was visiting with my friends. My friend and her friends at the time. And I don't know who she was hanging out with back then. But yeah, we were like 19, you know, who cares? But that was crazy. But yeah, so it's, you know, I don't know. It's crazy. There's a lot of craziness going on there. We got to lighten the mood a little bit. I'm sorry. It's been too heavy. We got to check in with our favorite transsexual, sweet transvestite elf, debaucherous little creature it is, Snowflake. What's Snowflake been up to? What's the latest with Snowflake, you guys? Oh boy, what's going on here, you guys? Let's see. Snowflake, are you centered? Okay. I know you guys always want your latest Snowflake, the transgender elf update. Snowflake's still wearing the same 60s go-go dancer dress, tinsel dress. Interesting look. Interesting. So Snowflake never changes its clothes. But what's going on here with these little Barbies here? One of them is in, I don't know if that's lingerie. It looks like it. And the other one is naked. So, and Snowflake, what the hell's going on here? Snowflake is having a threesome. It looks like, in the bed's right there. They're in the bedroom. I believe that the caption said that Snowflake was innocently just braiding these Barbie dolls' hair. And it said, never mind the naked Barbie. It's okay. Nothing to see here, folks. Never mind the naked Barbie. They're all girls. Well, I'm not so sure. Because, to be honest, nobody has seen what Snowflake is packing under that red suit that it wears like a second skin that it never takes off. I don't think it can take off. I think that could be Snowflake skin. I'm not sure. What's going on there? We don't know because it wears a 60s go-go dancer dress over its red skin. Hey, Rando, good to see you. This has been a heavy one today. We had to lighten the mood a little bit with a Snowflake update. I've been really enjoying the Snowflake updates here this Christmas season. I think it's important to find out what kind of debaucherous events are going on in the Di Benedetto / Tabona household. What has Snowflake, is it Snowflake Tabona? What has Snowflake Tabona been up to? We don't know, but we're going to find out. And if you can't bear to lurk yourself, I'll do it for you. I'll give you guys the Snowflake update this Christmas holiday season. So Snowflake never changes its clothes, same clothes. It's getting down and dirty with not one, but two Barbie dolls in the bedroom. Holy shit. We thought the Coke binge. So it went on a Coke binge, and then we see what happens when Snowflake is all coked up. It gets into some three-way action. Okay. Wow. I can't wait to see what else Snowflake is going to do this year. This is brought to you by the mind of a demented drug addict who admits to the elf on the shelf started in the swings of full addiction, in the full swing of addiction. She was in the throes of addiction when, and that's what the elf on the shelf, that's when it came about in her life. So we're going to see what debaucherous events play out through this insane little creature here that they have officially dubbed Snowflake, and I think it's a perfect name because of its affinity for the cocoa, if you know what I mean. Snowflake got into Gary's stash the other night. Last night it looks like it had a threesome with some, I think that might be Draculara from Monster High, and a tan Barbie doll. I don't know who that is. It could be, kind of looks like Crystal Marie. So he had a threesome with little Crystal Marie doll and Draculara, it looks like. Weird. It is, Crystal Marie didn't get naked though. Weird. I don't know. I've never really seen Crystal Marie's body, but Alex claims that she has a is built like a model, but I don't know. And I don't know what model either. So we're not sure, but it vaguely resembles her. The hair color, the kind of tan color of the skin. So I'm going to go with that. Dang. Snowflake be getting it in. Like, big time. I mean, looks like they got pretty wild too, because the blanket's off the bed. Draculara's got it on. What time is it there? It's hard to tell what time it is, if it's AM or PM in this picture. It looks like it's around, what, a little after 3? Well, a little after, quite a bit after. Is it AM or P? Is this AM? I don't know. I'm worried. I don't know. It looks like that they be getting freaky at all hours of the night. Damn, Snowflake. What the fuck, man? Man, woman, I don't know. Snowflake looks like I said, if you guys ever watch Reno 911, it looks like Deputy Weigel from Reno 911 and is getting down with Crystal Marie and Draculara over here. So it's getting real weird up in that house. A lot of weird shit be going on with this fucking debaucherous elf. A lot of people be wilding out for the holidays. I am not. I'm sorry. I know. I'm non-tent. I'm just, you know what it is? It's right now, it's like Trisha's holiday stories. It's like, all right, everybody, just gather around the fireplace, you know, close your legs, keep your legs closed with your flannel pajamas, but gather around, kids, gather around, everyone. Everyone keep our legs closed and sit like nice little gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, okay? We're going to sit around the not campfire in this case because it's Christmas. We're going to sit around the fireplace and we're going to just tell some Christmas stories. And that's what we're doing here. We're just telling some holiday tales, some of, Christmas past, some of Christmas present, some maybe of Christmas future. We don't know. We don't know. That shopping trip yesterday that Carissa took seemed like it was in the future. So I felt like that could have been Christmas future. There was like robots, blue milk, dragon fruit, all kinds of weird shit going on. But yeah, last night it got a little dark. Ronald might get a visitation from the Krampus this year, I'm hearing. And if some switches show up on his doorstep, some switches, it might be a telltale sign that the Krampus has been around. And it wouldn't surprise me. I might have to make a Krampus little thumbnail picture here. But, wow, that was a heavy one. It was a dark night. It was a dark and stormy winter's night last night, especially for little Ronald Butterfield. He did not have a good night. I had a restful night. The dreams were weird. The first dream I could have done without, but thank God we had the beautiful visitation dream from Aaron to balance it out. Thank you, Aaron. Always my beautiful angel. Always the angel on top of our Christmas tree and in our hearts forever. But, wow. It just freaks me out still when I think about Aaron warning me about Ron, too. That was weird. But thank you. And I understand, Aaron. You probably felt you had to get real mad at me to really make an impact. And I know you know how to get through to me, or you were just trying as hard as you could. And even then, still, I know I didn't listen. I know you know I'm hard-headed. So I think that's what it was about. Aaron knows I'm hard-headed, so he had to like try to get really mad at me, madder than I ever seen before, to just drive the point home. So hopefully I would listen. And I still tried to be like, no, and explain it away and da-da-da. And I'm sorry I didn't listen, Aaron, and I will listen in the future. I think I'm just going to have to drop someone like a hot potato if I start talking to someone and I have a visitation dream from Aaron where Aaron is like, get away from them. I think I'm going to have to listen. I really do. Because like I said, I think Aaron was trying to protect me, not just me, but my daughter. And something bad would have probably happened if I got together with Blogger. So, yeah, I don't know. But he's not in a good way. I still do hope that people will pray for him. I don't know. I feel like something's got to give in that situation. And sadly, I don't see it going in the right direction, which is why I jumped ship in the first place. You know, he really needs to start taking care of himself and taking care of his responsibilities and his obligations in life and surrounding himself with more positive people and not all these people he doesn't know on the internet, because 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to find a good person that way. No, and no offense to anyone here or anyone that watches my streams, because you know I love y'all and you guys are the best of the best, the creme de la creme. And that's what we're about here, is sifting through and separating the wheat from the chaff. You know what I'm saying? And we are about the creme de la creme over here, not quality over quantity. And that's how I'm going to keep it. And that if that's how you keep it, and you don't fucking get worried about numbers and all this bullshit, you worry about the quality, not the quantity. It will, the quantity itself, the quality and the quantity will improve. You'll attract more quality people than if you just let a bunch of dumbass dipshits spread a ton of negativity in your chat and fucking, that's all the people, that's going to actually push away decent people. Decent people don't want to be in those kind of chats and hanging out there and around those kind of people. So I will deal with not having as many people. I'm fine with that for now, until I would rather attract quality people than a bunch of shitty people, you know? And that's where I'm at. And I have met a lot of great people, actually, some really quality people. Not throngs and throngs, but you know what? Enough to satisfy my heart and soul that, you know, there are still good people and people with brains in their heads that function out there. You know, so I'm just so grateful to have like gone through the storm and come out on the other side and have been able to see the rainbow, you know? Hey, fuck everyone. Great to see you, hun. How are you doing? And yeah, I don't know. I'm chilling over here, but dang, that Snowflake. I can't even with Snowflake these days. Woo! I can't wait to see what happens. I'm actually excited for the Snowflake updates. I think those are better than, I think, yeah, she needs to stick with it's a creative outlet for her. It's interesting to see what her creative junkie mind comes up with for little Snowflake to do at night while everyone's asleep. I'm invested in it. I'm all about Snowflake. I mean, Snowflake has been, I feel like Snowflake is, I think that like Snowflake is living out like Cawissa's wildest fantasies. I think that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing Cawissa living vicariously through the elf, Snowflake / Weigel / we're not sure. We don't know if Snowflake's a boy or a girl. It has red lips, rosy cheeks, and long eyelashes. But it looks like it has very short plastic hair. I mean, if it's a girl, why can't it have like doll hair or something? You know? What's going on with Snowflake's hair? So I'm not sure. It could just be, I've thought many times it's just a cross-dressing elf. Personally, that's what I think it is. Who hasn't got the mental compatibility in order to not F shit up, in my opinion. Who Quest? Are you talking about blogger? Terrible. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm just glad to know that Aaron is doing good. He's beautiful as always. He looks beautiful. I cannot wait for my Aaron ornament to come and place it on the tree. Oh, I'm so excited for that. It's going to be a beautiful ornament. I tried to find a picture of him where he looks really happy. And I actually love that picture of him where he's wearing that tunic. It's a new picture of him because I don't want to use, I love this angel picture that I use, but this is like my screensaver on my phone. And I think I will probably get eventually the blue butterfly angel wing ornament done with this picture because I really like this picture with that. It really goes well with that motif. But I used a different picture for the other one. And I just love it because he looks so happy in it. And he has just like this huge smile. And it's just like, it's just a great, it's always been one of my favorite pictures of him. So, and I really do. I really, really feel his, but you know, it's weird because even when he was alive, I would feel his energy. I feel like I also have that gift where I can feel people's energies. I can feel blogger's energy a lot as well. He has a very strong energy. And Charles Marlowe, I felt his energy. He has a strong energy as well. And a lot of times I'll feel people's energy or they'll be thinking about me and it will manifest into my dreams and I will dream about them. And then with Charles Marlowe, I feel like he was thinking about me and kind of like lusting over me at the time, if you will. And it got me to start dreaming about him. And then I started dreaming about him. And then I got a crush on him for like 5 to 7 days until I actually spoke to him. Then I was like, no, we're good. But it was weird. It started like affecting my dreams. And then it started affecting my mind. And I was like, to where it like almost kind of like hypnotized me, almost kind of like put me into a trance where I thought that like these thoughts and stuff and these dreams were my own. And so it kind of like did like a weird reverse psychology, freaky deek mind freak on me and made me, and I almost started like buying it and falling for it and having a little crush on him. But then like later I realized like with certain people when that's happened, it's happened with other people too. And I've forgotten who, but these are just good examples. Strong examples. But I've realized in hindsight a lot of the times that I think it's because people were actually thinking about me and talking about me and really thinking about me, and it manifested in my dreams. That's why I dreamt about them. It's so weird. But I do feel like I definitely am very sensitive to other people's energy, especially if it's a strong energy. And it's the same when people are alive or dead. I can feel it, like it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It doesn't really. You can still feel it. If you can feel energy, you can still feel it alive or dead. Wait, what did you type when I said it? When I said that? He's a little cuckoo. I mean, and sometimes big energy comes in small packages too. You know, it can. It really can. I like to think I have a big energy, but I don't know. People don't tell me usually if they dream about me. I think they're probably too guilty to tell. They probably don't want to disclose that information if I haunt their dreams at night. I don't think they want to give me the satisfaction of knowing. But there's been cases and people, and I have dreamt about Blogger quite a bit. And it's weird. I've dreamt about mostly arguing with him and stuff online and things online. But I do believe that's because he has a very strong energy. It has dissipated quite a bit until recently, but I feel like for some reason he's having some other struggle, and he's like obviously really going through something again. It's like, I don't know, but was extremely dark energy coming from him last night. Not towards me, but just in general. He's not doing good. So yes, I do think everyone should definitely pray for him. If you're a Christian and if you're a believer and you believe in the power of prayer, I definitely think you should pray for Blogger. Because he's obviously struggling and wrestling with some demons, for sure. It's scary. I don't like to watch it. Even as someone that, like, you know, like I said, and I said this when I was interested in him, even if I didn't care about him in the romantic sense, I don't want to see someone destroy themselves, and it's just the truth. It's just the way that I am. He's annoying. He's like an annoying little mosquito, and he really, really gets on my nerves, and he can really make me mad at times, but I don't, like, really despise him. I just wish he would just kind of go away. Not in a way that he would die, but I just kind of wish that he would just, like, better himself and move on, you know? I mean, I would love to see him happy and all of his dreams come true, actually, and him move on from YouTube in that sense and, you know, get married and have kids or whatever. Like, but just, like, leave all this toxic shit behind. Not, like, I don't want to see the guy die. You know what I mean? But yeah. And even if he doesn't get married and all that, like, God forbid, please get some help, for fuck's sake. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible to watch. And anyone that condones it, shame on you. Seriously, you ought to be, if I had a rubber hose, I would, you know. Let me tell you, goodness sakes, I would, Small packages. Little things come in small packages. I mean, big things come in, big energies come in small packages. You're funny, Quest. Quest, you always make me laugh, though. You really do. Thank you for that. You always do. You have a good sense of humor. But yeah, did you see what Snowflake's been doing? Gosh darn it, Snowflake. What is Snowflake gonna do tonight? It's kind of like, you know, Ron is the same way. He's like a debaucherous little elf too. It's what are these elves gonna do tonight? That's what I'm always wondering. I'm here chilling, kicking it, having some good quality holiday fucking family time with my kid. And I'm just wondering though, you know, what are they gonna do? What are these elves gonna get up to tonight? You know, it's a wild shit show. These elves are like rabid this year. They're just downright rabid. I don't know if they've been getting too much syrup, too much sugar, too much candy, too much nose candy in some cases. Freaking elves. But the elves are really running amok. Like, Santa, you need to, like, rein these little elves in. And, I mean, the elves are naughtier than anyone else. It's like, what the hell's going on? Jeez. Can't trust these elves. That's why I'm not about to invite any of them into my house. Hell no. We don't need no elf on the shelf. We're not inviting no drug-fueled, drunken, fucking sugar-high, crazy, fucking nose candy, elf debauchery into this household. Hell no. This household is for Jesus. This household, that's who we invite into this household. The Holy Spirit and the Lord Jesus Christ, okay? Not no debaucherous elves. We're not doing that around here. We're not going to do that around here, Kawissa. You can try to shame me. You can try to elf shame me. You can try to make me accepting of these elves, but it's not going to happen. This is a Christian household. This house is for Christ, not elves. We're not inviting the gnomes, the elves, the trolls, or none of that. I mean, the trolls. I might make an exception for the Norwegian trolls because Aaron was a fan of the Norwegian trolls, and that reminds me of Aaron. So if it was a real, and God bless Norwegian wood. I mean, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. Yes. Norwegian men are pretty hot from what I'm seeing. Machine Gun Kelly, I guess, is Norwegian. Hell yes. I'm about that life. So I am about that Norwegian wood for sure. God has blessed it. The trolls are made out of the Norwegian wood. The Norwegians are woodworkers. I love woodworking. My dad's a woodworker. I don't believe he's Norwegian though, but that's besides the point. I'm not trying to sexualize my dad like some people do. That would be weird. We're not going to even go there. Did Blogger really tell you I had a... No, what are you talking about? No, but Blogger and I didn't talk about anything like that. Ew. Ew. I do love the Norwegian wood, though. You don't like the elves. I don't trust those elves, man, at all. I'm not falling for their tricks. No. We see what Snowflake's all about. Hell to the no for me. The Norwegian trolls, if they're made out of Norwegian wood, they can come in the house. That I will have. That's kind of like my homies collection, but in a Norwegian version. So that's okay. That I will allow. But that's it. I'm not doing the garden gnome thing. I'm not doing the elf on the shelf. Hold on, I'll be right back. Man, all my shit is just like draining today. But I will make an exception for the fucking Norwegian wood trolls. If they're carved out of Norwegian wood, they can come and they can stay. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Norwegian trolls are welcome. Norwegian wood trolls are welcome. Maybe we can... I'm kind of scared, but I'm going to do this. I'm a little bit scared. But I feel like it's better than fucking with the Beatles. Because the Beatles will fucking... The Beatles will pop you. The Beatles will pop a cap in your ass. That's what I've learned. I love the Beatles, but you gotta the Beatles are like a street gang here on the YouTubes. You have to respect the Beatles, otherwise they will literally pull a drive-by on you. That's what they like to do. They're like a gang. If you don't show them the respect, they're very serious. Yeah, thank you, for fuck's sake. What's going on here? Jeez Louise. Since nobody donates media anymore on donation alerts these days, this is like, these are your cues, everybody. Pick up on the cues, okay? Pick up what I'm putting down. These are your cues to donate that $3 media. When I mention the buzzwords and the keywords, this would be a good time. But I always have to do this myself. Oh, there's an apple. See, that's a nod to the Beatles. See, you gotta give the Beatles their respect or they will murk you. And PM Dawn knew. Let's give it up to PM Dawn. I love me some PM Dawn, baby. PM Dawn was huge in my life when I was younger. There was a time that I listened to PM Dawn's albums just on repeat. PM Dawn is my shit. I've never been a very musically inclined person, but I've always been a person that is in love with music. I'm definitely a big fan of music. Music is my love language. Music is, you're speaking my language. Even though I don't do it myself, I'm like the #1 groupie. I love me some music. Because I believe that it's like from God. It's like I believe art is too. It's healing for the soul. And people that can do music, I'm just in awe of. I believe it's a spiritual gift. It can be a gift from the devil too, no? They say that Satan was like the leader of the choir in heaven before he got his ass kicked out. But even still, God had to have invented music for there to even be a choir, you know? So I'm not gonna let all these crazy Luciferians try to claim music. It is good. It's gotta be good. I mean, I don't know if have I been with a Norwegian guy? But I'd like to be. I mean, it's gotta be. I'm looking at Machine Gun Kelly and I'm just like, there's no way it can't be. And I hugged him, and that hug was like the best hug of my life. So, you know it's gotta be good. That's all I'm trying to say. Ooh, I love PM Dawn. I just could listen. I could listen to the whole album. I could just listen to PM Dawn on repeat. I do. It just is beautiful. It just soothes my soul. PM Dawn can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this. I don't want anything on here, though. Right now, let's go back to the home screen. So some weird shit doesn't start playing. Nope, I told you. No, I don't want to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear any of that. Go away. Damn it. They're so quick. They're so quick, and the computer's so slow. Those little bastards with their freaking, all their little adverts. Thank you, Rando. You're a sweetheart. God bless you. I gotta get these pictures. I was too tired yesterday to even go through the pictures that we took. I gotta do that. I get like that, and then I get lazy and I get caught up, and then I don't do it. I never even did the fall festival video like I plan on doing. I feel really, really bad because Buddy's Golden Munchies, shout out to Buddy's Golden Munchies. I love you. They did give us a free elote, a free unicorn elote. And all they wanted was a shout out, which I am going to give them a shout out. I just feel really bad. I may have to be a damn Merry Christmas shout out, but an old picture. But I love that brand. I love that company. If they open a store, they ought to have stores nationwide. They ought to have shops nationwide. It ought to be a huge chain. It's amazing. The customer service is amazing. I cannot say enough good things about Buddy's Golden Munchies. This is not sponsored. I am not sponsored by Buddy's Golden Munchies in any other way than once they gave me a free unicorn elote, and I am forever grateful. And I just love them so much. They're a great company. So, I cannot say it's the best elote I've ever had. Hands down, amazing, delicious, always quality, always good, always beautiful with the unicorn, you know. Thank you for always having my back, though, Rando. God bless you, and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Especially to you. I hope you have some Christmas magic this year for real. And you have definitely been a Christmas angel to me and added some Christmas magic to my holidays and Sheridan's for sure, as well as Cardi B and a lot of you guys. And I definitely have some Christmas angels, and there has been some definitely a Christmas miracle yesterday went down in here. For show. But yeah. Oh my gosh. God bless you guys. What the fuck was I talking about? I don't know. Sometimes I get on one. It's just crazy. It's been crazy. It's been a really weird holiday season. I'm just glad I'm not beefing with Alex again this holiday season, because that was unpleasant last year. And I really would like to wish Alex a Merry Christmas on Christmas this year. So I think it would be a wonderful way to, really seal the deal and hopefully always keep peace and friendship and goodwill towards men and women. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There's no other way. There's no other way. There are, but there's no better way than to squash the beef with a Christmas squash, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. But why not? It's festive. I like it. I'm feeling festive this year. I'm definitely feeling festive this year. I'm sad others aren't feeling festive. That brings me great sadness. I hope for a Christmas miracle for Ron. I really do. I really do. I know Aaron's going to be smiling down. I'm going to be thinking of Aaron this Christmas. I don't want Ron to join Aaron this Christmas. Don't be like Aaron in that way. There's other wonderful ways you can definitely be like Aaron that are much more productive and positive, because Aaron was not a bad person at all. There were a lot of things about him. He had so many wonderful, wonderful qualities. He just was a hurting, sad person. And that's the thing that's, breaks my heart about it. And it seems that Ron is as well. And it breaks my heart again. And it is heartbreaking. And it's heartbreaking to see anyone struggling, especially during the holidays. I don't know. I don't know what could be done. I don't know what would make a difference for Ron this holiday season. But I do pray. I just ask that people pray for him for sure. And I do pray for a Christmas miracle for him. Gosh, I keep praying that he gets it together for his own sake and for the sake of his son and his whole family. Because I'm sure his parents are probably nice people, They seem like, from everything I've heard, his family sounds like they're probably very nice people. And I'm sure that they love him, and I'm sure that they don't want to see him struggling like this, especially around the holidays. I'm not saying that they're seeing his videos or his live streams, but I'm saying I'm sure that they know, I'm sure they're seeing something. And I'm sure that they probably know more than we do and have seen and know that he's struggling, It's just very sad. Wait, what did you hear about, Rando? About yesterday? Yeah, it was fucking awesome. Yeah, it was a blessing. That's weird, though. Somebody contacted me, but then I haven't heard back from him. But that's okay. I'm sure I will in time. It probably just got busy. How do I think he's been toward them? I don't know. But I know he loves his father dearly. I will say that. And I've never said anything bad about his father at all. I just think that, he needs to spend time with his father, because I saw him with his dad. He did show that to me, and I thought it was very sweet. And I really felt for him and his dad. And you can tell that they both love each other very much. That's what I got. That's definitely what I got from seeing him and his father. And I'm not talking shit on him, but it's it really hurts my heart. Especially to think about that. Because I am an empath, and I do feel, his pain. And I saw his dad, and he seems like a really sweet man, and he seems like he loves his son a lot. And I saw them together, and so it does break my heart now to see him, you know, the way that he's been going and stuff. Because it's like, I know he's going through it, but like, spend the time with your dad. Your dad loves you. Like, he should be close with his family. And so this is not the time to self-destruct, you know? This is the time to be there. And otherwise, you're going to hate yourself for not doing it, for not being there, even if it hurts you. Like I said, his dad is not like, okay, my aunt, right? I had to watch my aunt waste away on a bed with cancer, and it was horrible. And I wish that I didn't have that memory engraved into my mind. Like, I have a photographic memory as well. And it will never, ever, ever leave me. And it's sad. And I don't like to think about it. But his dad doesn't look like that. His dad is not like wasting away, withering away on a bed, like on his deathbed, like my aunt was, where you can't stand to see that person because they're physically like, they don't even look like the same person anymore. I've seen that. I experienced that when I was like very young. I was like maybe 8 years old or something. And it's horrible. And that's not what I understand that he's losing his dad in another way, and I've also lost people in that way myself as well. And it is hard, you know, but you're going to regret it if you do not man up and spend some time, you know, because he doesn't look like that. He's not like withering away, like wasting away. Like, it's not like that. I don't want to, you know, I know it's like already he's going to be pissed that I'm even talking about any of this. But I don't fucking care. I don't care anymore. I'm not in a relationship with the guy. If he's mad at me, what fucking difference does it make? He should just be glad that I'm not like taking that clip to his PO or something like that. Because I'm not in a relationship with him and I don't really care that much anymore. I mean, I do care, definitely, but I don't know if it would even help. I mean, I guess maybe if I thought it would, I would. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard. Exactly. It's hard, Quest. I mean, I lost my one grandma to Alzheimer's. The one that visited me in a dream, that I've had a dream visitation from. And it was hard. When I was very young, I was still in Chicago. I was under 11 years old. I was like 8 or 9. And when she passed away, and she ended up becoming bedridden. She lived right behind us. So I could walk to her house. Many, many times I walked to her house. Many times she babysat me. Many times I went and visited her and wanted to hang out with my grandma. And she wasn't even my biological grandma in any way, shape, or form. She was my mom's mom passed away when my mom was like 25 or something. So this was like kind of her surrogate grandma, and it was her best friend's mom. And my mom's surrogate mom, I should say. It was my best friend's mom, my mom's best friend's mom, and my best friend's grandma, who became like my mom's surrogate mom and my surrogate grandma. And she lived right behind us. And I would always go over to her house, and she would make me like soup, like Campbell's soup and a sandwich. And she would always feed me, and she was like so wholesome. And we would spend such wonderful time together. And she was just the most loving, like perfect little grandma, cutest, sweetest little old lady you would ever want to know. And she always had ribbon candy out in dishes at her house. Always, always, always had the ribbon candy. And she was the best. And she had the most cute little house, and her furniture and her little doggy that she had. She had a little, what are those called? Like a schnauzer or something. And until he passed away, God rest his little soul. And then she always had her pink rose bathroom. It was all pink roses, pink floral, and that will always forever remind me of her. And she was just such a lovely, lovely lady. And I just loved her so much. And she ended up getting Alzheimer's, and she ended up becoming like bedridden at the end. And it was terrible. It was terrible because it completely changed her, totally. She would do things that she would have never ever done, and she would have been horrified had she known, you know, that she was doing them, because it just really wreaked havoc on her so bad. And at the end, she was bedridden, and it was really tough. And you know, she would like start cussing and just, hey Melissa, good to see you. She would start like cussing and like, you know, screaming like horrible things. And it was sad because me and her actual like blood granddaughter, who was my little best friend at the time, would be playing, you know, downstairs where her room was and stuff. And sometimes she would just start yelling and screaming and cussing, and we'd have to like get out of there. You know, and she would have never been like that. And we weren't being bad either, or loud or anything. We were actually pretty well behaved little girls. And just playing nicely, quietly, or whatever. And it got bad, and it was really, really hard to watch, because it just was, you know, like I said, completely uncharacteristic of her. And she was like that until she passed away. And it was difficult, but like, even like Blogger's dad, he's not like that, you know, like, and if he ever gets like that, you better see him now before, because trust me, it, you know, it could be worse. Let's put it that way. It could be worse, a lot worse. And you are a whining, crying little bitch, and you need to fucking find your ball sack and fucking spend some time with your family this holiday season, and stop writhing around on the ground like a little worm and making yourself getting so fucked up under the influence of God knows what substances and throwing your life away. It's sickening. It's disgusting to watch. And you know what? I did see a little light within him. I did. He did show me a little bit of beauty and a little bit of goodness and a little bit of his inner light. And it is very sad to see you just, Blogger, see you just trying to extinguish yourself. Literally. It's sickening. Thanks, Melissa. It's good. It's great to see you. I just had to get some things off my chest today. I had some weird dreams last night. I was very upset by seeing what Blogger did last night, and hang on one second, guys. All right. Sorry, guys. I feel really bad, especially since you just said that, Melissa, but I'm going to have to get going because Sheridan does need something. Oh, look at that. I've been live for almost 3 hours today. I did about my usual 3, so that's good. I got some stuff off my chest. Hit the replay if you guys want, because I pretty much I feel really bad, or if you will, I would appreciate it if you want to hear my message, because I pretty much said everything I wanted to say, to be honest. And yeah, Cher wants me for something anyway, so I'm gonna be getting out of here and saying goodbye for probably today. I don't know. Again, like I said, I've at least am rested, so who knows if I might be on later tonight. I definitely do need to do a cammed up stream, night stream soon. So we'll see how I'm feeling tonight. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. But I'm glad I had to talk about my dreams. I had to get that out before I forgot it. It was so weird. I just had to get that off my chest. And we had to do our Snowflake update for today. I'm going to be watching and trying to see what Snowflake is up to. What more debaucherous occurrences will happen in the Tabona Di Benedetto household. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. If you are rewatching or you do rewatch, I hope you enjoy it. And yes, I will get on cam soon. I'm tired of being a filthy mongrel. I'm sorry. But God bless you all. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy holidays, whatever holiday it is that you are, celebrating this holiday season. I love you all. And I just, may you all be blessed. That's what I pray. May you all be blessed. Please, everyone, let's pray for Blogger and pray for each other and try to lift each other up. But I love you guys, and I hope you all have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support. I love you all so much. Bye-bye.